you always on my dick? But you said that you come stop me, cause I'm always gonna be right here. I ain't never told you to always come around and be in my face. Had to kick you while you didn't take your shoes off when you came in my place. What these hoes wishy-washy? Oh, he said they want some money. What these hoes wishy-washy? Thinking that's funny. How to shake the headers off me? Can't be playing like a dummy. Studio 5 in the morning. Baby, I'll tell you when I'm coming home. Notice you've been alone. Now you been calling my phone. Lately you doing the most. Baby, I ain't trying no tears. Why you always grind my gears? Why you always shedding them tears? Why you still listen to your peers? Playboy card like Seal. Who said that I wouldn't be on top when you always on my dick? Why you said that you come stop me? Cause I'm always gonna be right here. Who said that I wouldn't be on top when you always on my dick? Why you said that you come stop me? Cause I'm always gonna be right here. Turning up to the max, always trying to get it back. Living life too fast, and I gotta slow it down. I've been stuck living in the past. That's time I can't get back. But turning up to the max, I'm saying fuck it off. Real, who told you you could ever think that you would ever gonna stop me? I don't do too much on the phone, I don't talk too much cause the feds be watching. Hoes talk too much like it's 10 minutes, like goddamn you still talking. On the low I know you plotting. In the studio bitch I'm locked in. Who said that I wouldn't be on top when you always on my dick? Why'd you say that you come stop me? Cause I'm always gonna be right here. Who said that I wouldn't be on top when you always on my dick? Why'd you say that you come stop me? Cause I'm always gonna be right here.
Tell me about pressure. Nowadays pressure look like I'm thirsty. Pressure could look like I'm thirsty. You feel me? I wanna ride a Harley. I wanna ride you like the water in the wave. Give me your love, give me your heart, don't be afraid. For your love I go crazy, renegade. I wanna ride a Harley. I wanna ride you like the water in the wave. Give me your love, give me your heart, don't be afraid. For your love I go crazy, renegade. You keep on talking about applying pressure. You don't pressure, do bust pipes. I'm trying to fuck you every day and night. I'm trying to get it cause I know it's tight. Pop me a pill, then we take off flight. I'm a big nigga, heavy appetite. You do that little thing I really like. You love to fuck me when I got on my ice. Yes, I love you, I'ma make sacrifice. But you never ever would be my wife. You my life, but so we locked in for life. That nigga used to fuck, he ugly and trite. He ain't nothing like me though. Pocket a semi, I'ma let it blow. Niggas stay fresh from head to toe. I hit the baddies on. I wanna ride a Harley. I wanna ride you like the water in the wave. Give me your love, give me your heart, don't be afraid. For your love I go crazy, renegade. I wanna ride a Harley. I wanna ride you like the water in the wave. Give me your love, give me your heart, don't be afraid. For your love I go crazy, renegade. I wanna ride a Harley. I wanna ride you like the water in the wave. Give me your love, give me your heart, don't be afraid. For your love I go crazy, renegade. I wanna ride a Harley. I wanna ride you like the water in the wave. Give me your love, give me your heart, don't be afraid. For your love I go crazy, renegade.
Aye. What? Look. When talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing. Ay, what they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing. Peekaboo, I just put them boogers in my chain. Peekaboo, 80 pointers like a Coolie game. Peekaboo, 762s I make them plank. Peekaboo, popping out, you better not smell my name. Peekaboo, put 2 foreigns on the 405. Peekaboo, catchy pepper here from doing pasta. Peekaboo, why you acting tough on IG Live? Peekaboo, you know my new niggas off they rocker. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing. Ay, what they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing. Peekaboo, I just put them boogers in my chain. Peekaboo, 80 pointers like a Coolie game. Peekaboo, 762s I make them plank. Peekaboo, popping out, you better not smell my name. Peekaboo, put 2 foreigns on the 405. Peekaboo, catchy pepper here from doing pasta. Peekaboo, why you acting tough on IG Live? Peekaboo, you know my new niggas off they rocker.
A helping hand to your fellow man.
Ay. What? Look. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing. Ay. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. What they talking about? They ain't talking about nothing. Huh? They ain't talking about nothing.
Tell me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on Stillmaker in bars from one side of the world to the other than you make. You're talking to the Rolex wearing, diamond ring wearing, Kim Steele wearing, Jeff Bryan, never forget, and I
Sever the fate of this world. A world of only victors. A world of only peace. A world of only love. I will create such a world. I am the ghost of the Uchiha.
The time is here, I can finally go. The word is out, they wanna hear me flow. What time it is, I'ma let you know. It's me, no. Welcome to the show. The time is here, I can finally go. The word is out, they wanna hear me flow. What time it is, I'ma let you know. It's me, no. Welcome to the show. The time is now, start the celebration. You've been waiting for a while, thanks for being patient. I'm just here to get them mad, had them niggas hating. I'm much more than a man, this is Nino Nation. I know you think a nigga new, but I've been a don. I can see all your moves, I got the Renegon. Call Fatty up, tell him hit him with the spirit bomb. We all know them niggas sweeter than the Cinnabon. The time is here, I can finally go. The word is out, they wanna hear me flow. What time it is, I'ma let you know. It's me, no. Welcome to the show. The time is here, I can finally go. The word is out, they wanna hear me flow. What time it is, I'ma let you know. It's me, no. Welcome to the show. Wake up to reality, these slow niggas speak nothing but fallacies. I'm waiting for the day you pussy niggas come challenge me. Flawless victory, brutal fatality. So what's the price to a god, untouchable mob? Come through and body your squad, you know who you are. I ain't gotta say your name, you claim the fame. It's only cause you stupid and lame, nigga. The time is here, I can finally go. The word is out, they wanna hear me flow. What time it is, I'ma let you know. It's me, no. Welcome to the show. The time is here, I can finally go. The word is out, they wanna hear me flow. What time it is, I'ma let you know. It's me, no. Welcome to the show. What's good? What's good? What's good, peoples? Let me turn my mic up. So I know it's kind of low. My bad. But welcome to another edition of Nino Nation on this good Thursday evening. Appreciate y'all for pulling up, showing support for your boy. I'm a little tired, a little drained, but I'm here. You know what I'm saying? I wish I wasn't. Wish I was watching the game, but here anyway, But without further ado, we gonna jump right into that chat roll call. I'm pretty sure the list is short, so we're gonna get it in and get it out. Let's get it. Appreciate Butterfly 42 Red for coming through, showing support. She's in the building. Appreciate you for coming through. Appreciate you. We got Lady Zyrax in the building. Appreciate you for coming through as always. Appreciate you. We got my guy Nightish in the building. What's going on, my guy? You know what? I'm about to bring side by side back. I just want to alter it a little bit so that I don't get a copyright strike every time I play it because I don't own the beat to that song. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow it up and see if that works. Shouts out to Princess Cammy for the alley-oop with the app to do that shit. So as long as I get some time and I feel like doing it, I'll slow it down and see if it works. But appreciate you for coming through, Nightish. I'll be watching you sometimes, man. But I ain't gonna lie, a lot of times when I pull up, man, you be looking like, looking like you sleep, my guy. But appreciate you for coming through. Keep grinding, my guy. Keep grinding. Who else we got in the building? Look like that might be it. Oh, there she go. You got Princess Cammy in the building, peeking in. What's going on? Appreciate you for coming through. Appreciate you. But yeah, chill show tonight, you know what I'm saying? I got a couple videos to review by the same person, Coolie from No Fugazi, you know what I'm saying? He did, guess it was not too long ago, he did a show with a few single mothers. I don't know if they all single mothers, but most of them were. I thought it was a good conversation. I think it'll spark some good conversations on the panel if people pull up. So we'll see what it is. Let's see what it do. I know it's a lot going on. You got today's 9/11, so you got that going on. Then you got, I guess you want to call it the assassination on Charlie Kirk, I think that's his name is. Yeah, a lot of people talking about that. My goodness, everybody talking about that. I'll be honest, I recognize the guy, but I don't really know who he is. I've recently just seen some videos, and he seems a little, I don't want to say anti-black, but you know what I'm saying? He seemed a little on the racist side. I know some folks will argue against that, and that's fine. But for the few clips I did see, you know what I'm saying? He was saying he was against June 13th being a holiday, and I don't know, a couple other things that I was like, I don't know. But you hate to see some shit like that go down, especially on video. I actually seen the shooting. I seen all the blood that came out. It was horrible. So I feel, for his family, you know what I'm saying? But, that's about as far as it goes because, I hate, death is never a good thing. But, I don't know the guy, so it's not like I can pretend like I'm all choked up about him dying, you know what I'm saying? I'm not good with death to begin with, so. But, yeah, well wishes to his family and all, but that's pretty much all I got to say about that. I don't want to do a whole show on somebody I don't really know. If folks want to come up and talk about it, that's cool too. I'll listen. I don't got too much to add, but I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'll be honest. This is the one thing. I just find it funny. So many black guys are just kind of, upset about this guy. And I promise you, if it was you, you wouldn't say 2 words about you, but people want to do shows about it. I can't knock it. Whatever's gonna get you views and likes and cash apps and whatever else. More power to you guys. But anyway, I got somebody in the back, but of course they need probably like 5-10 minutes, so we'll wait for them to be ready to be pulled up. And while we wait, we'll do our normal, right? We'll do a little IG roulette. Then we'll get into the videos. I promise y'all I'm not gonna hold y'all long tonight. I'm still a little tired, man. I was supposed to, speaking of which, shouts out to Red Lipstick Vibes in the building. I was supposed to go to her show and I was tired. I couldn't make it. I overslept. I woke up, it was about 11:30. I was like, damn, I missed the show. But hope they had a good show. I haven't watched it yet. I'll check it out probably tomorrow. See what y'all was talking about on here. But yeah, man, I'm still a little tired, still a little drained. I gotta find a way to get my sleep pattern back in order because I screwed it up yesterday. That's my fault. So, but anyway, like I said, we're gonna get into a little bit of IG roulette. Let's see what's going on Instagram, and then we'll get into the video. Okay. So, and before I get into it, appreciate you, Red Lipstick Vibes, for gifting us one membership, which reminds me to do my housekeeping because I always forget that shit. But appreciate you, Red Lipstick Vibes. This video's for you.
Thank you for your donation. You are most honorable.
Most honorable indeed. Most honorable indeed. But yeah, let me do my housekeeping. Of course, as always, we have the $25 Cash App goal. Oh, and that reminds me also as well, the last time I did a show, man, I missed out on some Cash Apps. That's my fault. The ring in my phone kept going off, was getting on my nerve. So I turned the ringer off, and I missed two important Cash Apps. I had a $20 Cash App last show from T.O. You know what I'm saying? Appreciate you, my guy. I got to find a way to, I'm going to start making pictures. I'm going to start following Fatty Lee, doing appreciation pictures and stuff like that, doing posts on my community posts. I'm kind of slacking on that. So appreciate T.O. for the $20 Cash App. And also Butterfly 42 Red came through with the $5 Cash App. So we did reach our goals last time. We did last show reach at least the Cash App goal. We didn't get the membership goal, but that's cool. We did reach the Cash App goal. So today we got one member out of the 5 I'm looking for. And if you want to donate to the $25 goal, you can hit the Cash App at $Nino Nation 2024. I probably need to change that to 2025, right? Or you can hit the PayPal. That's at Milton843. And it's always scrolling at the bottom in case you forget. I need to get better at reminding folks about the goal during the show. Sometimes I just be in the show so much, I don't be thinking about that shit. But yeah, any donations, as always, is greatly appreciated. But yeah, let's get into it, folks. Let's get into the IG roulette. See what we got. All right, so let's check out this video, which has a little bit to do with it don't have anything to do with Charlie Kirk, but it's kind of on that kind of level. And I kind of agree with what this guy had to say. Let's check it out.
I'm sure you heard about the Caucasian Ukrainian lady that was unalive on a subway train in North Carolina by a black guy. I feel disgusting about this. I feel like he should get whatever's coming to him, point, period. But to think about it, whether the lady was from Ukraine, or whether she was from El Salvador, or whether she was from Congo, Africa, I would still feel the same about it. What's getting me is all the extremists on the right side just blowing this thing out of proportion from a racial standpoint. While at the same time, an illegal immigrant from Guatemala unalived a 19-year-old natural-born black American, and you hear absolutely nothing about it. I've been saying this for years, and I'm going to continue to say it because the research is there. The value of a white life is far more greater than the value of a black life. This is just facts, okay? I thought we were so hard on illegal immigration and how they shouldn't be there. You would think this would be the talking point of the Red Party, like all everywhere. Have said nothing about it. Meanwhile, an immigrant from Ukrainian that was unlive, brutal. It's disgusting. On the subway, black man. You got the leader holding up pictures. You got them thinking about going after the judges. You got them talking about doing everything, trying to excite the most possible things you could do in this country all over again. But you hear nothing about Dakar Thompson, who's unalive by that illegal immigrant. Go down in the comments and prove me wrong. You got.
So yeah, man, I think he got a good point, man. I think he got a good point. Maybe, you know, I will say this, maybe, you know, maybe so many black people dying, motherfuckers is numb to that shit at this point, you know what I'm saying? But he do got a good point. I think a lot of people use certain shit to add fuel to a fire that's already burning, you know what I'm saying? Just like this whole Charlie Kirk situation. Now it's these leftists, oh man, these killers, da 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 da. And I hear you, you know what I'm saying? And the irony of it is, we all know if, you know, Barack Obama or Michelle or AOC or any one of these, you know, leftists that's, you know, big, get, you know, assassinated, killed, however you want to look at it. It would be the same thing on this side, you know what I'm saying? They would be, you know, calling the right all types of terrorists. And I just wonder how strong this country is when we so damn divided. You know what I'm saying? And you know what I noticed when I was looking at the video on Twitter and I was scrolling down Twitter and all I kept seeing was Russian news, Russian news, Russian news. They eating this shit up. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got to lay a boot on the ground if they can divide us from the inside. You know what I'm saying? So, I don't know. Just something I think about. You know what I'm saying? Just something I think about sometimes. It's just, I think we too divided. And I think that we all, not we all, but they all, because I'm not a part of either side, to be honest with you. I'm kind of for the collective. Whatever works, I'm cool with it. You know what I'm saying? But the thing is, you know, they was going to use it. Like, as soon as they found out, I don't know who killed this guy, but I'm assuming he's on the left or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They blanket everybody on the left. And then they say people are celebrating, which is wrong. They shouldn't be celebrating, but you know the right would celebrate if one of somebody that was prominent on the left died as well. So it's like, why are they acting like one is better than the other? Like I've been saying for the longest, man. Republicans, Democrats, they both wings on the same turd floating down the toilet, in my opinion. They both shitty, just in different ways. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion on it. Let me give a shout out to my guy Freezer in the building. He done gifted us 2 memberships. So we got 3 memberships out of the way, out of the 5 gold. Let me edit my stuff right quick. Let me change it right quick. Appreciate you, Freezer. I got a video for you in a second. Give me a second. Let me edit my stuff right quick. All right. Freezer came in the building and blessed us today. Appreciate you, my guy.
Thank you for your donation. You are most honorable.
Appreciate that once again, Freezer, aka Mr. Cooler. You know what I'm saying? But let me bring up Zyrax because she's in the back waiting, and I think her 5 minutes are up. So let's get it.
Arise.
Zyrax, let's get a mic check.
Can you hear me, Nino?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. How you doing?
I'm hanging in there, Zyrax. Hanging in there. Can't complain. It's a little drain, that's all. What's been going on with you? Damn, that bad. But did you see the video I just played?
In our country.
Oh man, we missed all that, Zyrax. Damn. What you say? You gotta repeat all that because I think you went out for a second.
Oh, did I? Oh no, I said it's just been depressing, you know, with all the stuff that's going on. And you know, today's 9/11. And so yeah, it's just
it's a little depressing on both ends, in my opinion. You know, I don't like the celebrating at all, you know what I'm saying? But I don't like also the other side trying to take advantage of that. Well, look how bad these people are. Just bunch of nonsense, man. Bunch of nonsense. I kind of don't even. I kind of was paying attention to it, but like you say, it could be depressing sometimes. So I like to be happy. I don't know about y'all. I like to feel good about shit sometimes. There'd be a lot of shit that kind of throw you off in this world. So
Hmm.
nothing new under the sun. But on a brighter note, I do have a video, not a video, a IG reel to review this kind of not necessarily funny, but it make you think. So let's check it out.
If a person is born deaf, what language are they thinking? If
That's a damn good question, ain't it? What language they're thinking? You know what? And I think I got the answer. I don't know if it's gonna make sense, but I think I got the answer right. I don't think that our thoughts come in the language. I think we use language to translate our thoughts. The thought comes first, and then the language comes after. Because you got to think like even if a baby can hear, right? They don't really understand the language that you're speaking, but they do have thought process, right? So I
Yes.
think the thought doesn't have a language. We build a language to uh, describe our thoughts in a way that other people can understand, if that makes sense.
Yes.
Damn.
The language is man-made, of course. It's a way for us to, yeah, communicate with one another. I actually thought the answer was sign language.
Um, but that's another question. Like, don't they have like is sign language just one language, or do they have different languages within the sign language? Like, is there Chinese sign language? Is there Japanese sign language? You know what I'm saying? Is there different languages within the sign language? I have no idea. Or is it just one universal language?
I never thought of that.
Yeah. See, us weed smokers, we tend to think deep. That's something I'm going to have to investigate on. You know what I'm saying?
I
I don't
know.
know. They sign language in different languages. Does how you doing mean the same thing in every language with sign language? I don't know. We don't know. We gonna find out one day though. We gonna find out one day. All right, so let's see. So apparently this next one is not a video, but I'm gonna read it for y'all because I found it interesting. Right? It says men find women more attractive when they wear less makeup. New study says so. It's not opinion. It's supposedly a study. It says the experiment showed that men preferred about 40% less makeup than the going out look women went for. Crazy, right? I can now. I would read all this right here. I mean, if y'all want to, because I think they said it's similar with even women saying the same thing that they. Because I guess the way they did the study was they had pictures of women in makeup and pictures of women without makeup, and they would I guess who knows how they did the study, but apparently they found the women with less makeup more attractive.
Well, women, we don't like the reason why we wear makeup because we want to, look good, right? Especially if, I mean, makeup is supposed to be um used to cover like imperfections and stuff, right? To enhance your beauty, not so much as to, um, I don't, yeah, it's just to enhance what you already got. And so
Mm,
I know that, like, nowadays, like, I don't know if you've seen those, I hate to say it too, but these Asian clips of, it's like total makeovers. Like,
mm,
it looks like, some lady, some old lady, and next thing you know, she's transformed and then she looks like something completely different. I don't know if that's real or not, but I mean, women, we don't like to put on a lot of makeup. We don't.
I might have to speak for yourself on that one.
No, we don't. No, I again, the only reason why we would cake our face is if we know that we have a lot of like imperfections and stuff like that. But for the most part, like we I'm not even gonna go there.
Hold on, I got somebody in the back. We got
Go ahead.
Berlin. I think I remember him from Red Lipstick Vibe. So let me bring him to the stage.
Arise.
What's going on, sir? How you doing?
I first have to say that might be the greatest intro I've ever gotten on that okay. That's a rise. Okay.
Appreciate it.
All right, it'll get serious. Shit. A great clip. I just wanted to speak a little bit about the makeup thing.
Okay.
I hear what she's saying about makeup is to hide imperfections or insecurities, but I think it's beyond that. It's been beyond that for a long time. And I think it's more used now to deceive, because if it's light makeup, I get it. But I think makeup has turned in the last, let's say, 25 years into complete deception. And I think if there was if somehow someone snapped a finger, right, and makeup and filters ceased to exist on a global scale, like, that there is no more makeup, there is no more filters. In fact, there is no more wigs. Then I do believe that average women would start aligning with average men. But the problem is, I think that makeup has now put this caricature where all women can think they are 8s and above because the makeup look with it's like how women kind of now are all looking the same because they're all using the same template of makeup beauty. Oh, shiny lips, long eyelashes, thin like that whole template of what makeup has now become. Women and their gay friends have convinced each other that that's beautiful, that's attractive. And now it's to the point that even men can put on this makeup aesthetic and look like what's called a beautiful woman. Does that make sense so far?
Yeah. I agree. I think it's. I
think
originally.
I want to see for you, Vet, does it still make sense?
No, it makes sense what you're saying. I think a little bit what Zyrex said was correct, because there are some women that just wear makeup to enhance, but there are some women who want to put on makeup to look younger. There's some women who want to change their whole face around. You know what I'm saying? So
I'll say that. I'll say it's most. I won't even say it's some. On a global scale, I'll say it's most. Whether it's in Japan, whether it's in China, whether it's here in Germany, whether it's in America, whether it's in. Have you seen the movie Weapons that just came out? The scary movie.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna make this. All right. The way that witch uses makeup, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know who I'm talking about. So, spoiler alert, I guess, for anyone that's whatever. But the way the witch uses makeup, as I'm watching the movie, I'm thinking like, when all that makeup that this woman's wearing is gone, this is what this woman is. She's a witch. She's, but it made me think about the LGBT community and from the men's side, the men who swear that, well, I'm a woman now because of makeup. Can you be a trans woman and not wear makeup? If you identify, if you're a man but you don't believe in makeup, if you say I don't want, can you even go to women and say I'm a woman? The women will say, no, you're not a woman because you're not putting on makeup. And that's when I was like, because essentially from this movie, like that, the witch looks like a guy, right? When they showed her at the school with all that makeup on, you would think, oh god, that's a trans, that looks like a trans man, And then when all the makeup comes off, you're like, oh, but as we are here now, trans men are now being allowed to say that they're women because of makeup. Does that make sense?
Yeah, wake up and everything else they do. Yeah.
So could trans men say that they are women if they didn't wear makeup? What do you think?
They could try. You know what I'm
But the women wouldn't believe them, correct? The women would say, "No, you're
They
not."
don't. To be fair, they don't believe them now. I think they humor them.
No. The women co-sign this shit.
No, hear me out. You know what I'm saying? I
Okay.
think realistically, they know they're men. You know what I'm saying? But they humor them for whatever reason. They like, hey, if this person wants to believe that they're a woman, who's it hurting? In their opinion, so they just agree with it. They go along with the shit. They do the same thing.
No, they fight for it, sir. They don't just go along with it. They will shout you down. They will curse you out. They will try to cancel you for not going along with it. So they're fighting for it.
Yeah,
they're fighting for them. They're fighting for the men to be women.
Yeah, some of them will fight, but they fight for everything.
Not just some. It's a large majority in the university sector, and for the young women that are coming up. By the time that we're maybe 20 years from now, I think most women will be fighting for this. Or what does the lady think?
Okay, I'm sort of confused, right? So
Okay.
you're saying
See, I was trying to keep you in before you got confused.
So you're saying because men want to play with makeup, that makes them, like it makes them like attracted to like the same sex, because usually trans are they're gay, right?
I don't know.
What do you?
That's what I'm saying. Like I haven't done a lot of research on it. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, I don't know, because I know I will say most of the women I know they don't go for that shit. But I know there are, a lot of women that do. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I don't see it to a point where I would say most of them. It's like different levels. You have a certain bracket that, like you said, they'll fight for it. You have a certain level of women that are like, you know what I'm saying? They just go along with it. They're not necessarily going to fight it. And you got certain women that are adamantly against it.
Well, I'll make it simple. It's not just about even men who are gay who wear makeup and try to present themselves looking like women. A lot of them won't say they're trans. They'll just say, they'll say I'm a woman.
They can say that all they want, but if they don't, look like, if they're not a woman, then they're just not a woman. Like people say a lot of shit.
You said they don't look like a woman. That's what you're about to say, correct? If they don't look like a woman,
well,
they're
yes,
not
because
a woman.
Yes.
So okay. So is the makeup a part of that aesthetic? If you want to look like a woman, you must wear makeup, correct?
Not necessarily.
So can a trans man say, I identify as a woman, not looking like a woman, without makeup, and the women who normally fight for this say, yes, you also apply? Or is it the makeup that allows them to come into your circle and say that they're a woman?
I thought that, okay, maybe I don't know. I thought that, like, if a guy is saying that he's a woman or whatever, or he feels like he's a woman. Hold on. I don't know. It's sort of, in a way, it's sort of like you're saying that, because they play with makeup and therefore that's why they label themselves as, trans, or they want to be women. And I don't think makeup has anything to do with that. I thought trans men are, men that feel like they're a woman. And so, like, some trans men don't put on makeup and stuff. It has nothing to do with, like, the outside.
I haven't seen many trans men who don't wear, I haven't seen any examples of trans men who don't wear makeup who say they're women. Have you?
I've seen a video where it was a white dude and he had the wig on, but he didn't have no makeup.
Okay. Then he had the wig on. Then he at least had that. I'm saying if he took all that away,
I think when they do that, right, it's their way to try to bring the inside out. So they feel like this woman, but the outside looks like a man. So they try to change the outside, to match the inside.
Yes.
And I say again, it all boils down to the makeup is deception. It's deception, and it's not It's not anything that men have truly asked for. We really haven't. It's something that it started off, I think, in a good way, but now it's turned into something borderline demonic.
But it sort of sounds like you're blaming women, though. It's like the women are
Who
not
else should
asking
I
these men
blame?
to, huh?
Who else should I blame about the makeup and being
And
you all allowed men in your space to say that they're women simply because you all bonded over makeup and
not because of
wigs.
makeup. It's because they.
It's okay because
Okay, I'm sorry.
it's
Go
not
ahead.
because of makeup. What's the common ground then? Because it seems like it's makeup.
I think it's estrogen.
No,
Well,
most people no. If most people don't even go. Most people who say they don't even go through the surgery all the way to get rid of their man parts. They'll still have that,
Yeah,
but
but
they'll be
they
allowed in
still
the
will take
circle because
they
they
still
present as women.
they
They'll
still
wear
will
the
take
wigs.
they still will take estrogen pills. They still get breast
Not
implants.
majority of them. Not majority of them. They don't. That's just that's a small subsection of most people never fully do the whole transition and go into the especially in our community because it's expensive. When we're
But
speaking about
that's what caused the problem to begin with, right? Because they're fighting to have it available for children that want to do that, to take the pills and so on and
yeah,
so forth.
they're trying to make it be free where it's government subsidized because it's so expensive to pay for it yourself.
Yeah,
That's
that's
why in
what
the
I'm
black
saying.
community,
So if most of them aren't doing it, then what are they fighting for? For a small section of them to do it?
no, it seems like they're fighting for the government to start subsidizing it and paying for these sorts of things so that more people do it. That's what it looks like. It looks like the community is trying to get society on board with this so that the government is then um, allowed to pay for all these things, and then more people will join into that community because it's going to be free. That's what it looks like it's heading to.
See, one thing I don't understand is that there are gay men and heterosexual men that are makeup artists.
Okay.
Yeah, and so like it doesn't make sense for like a guy that that so called because he wants to play with makeup, therefore he is labeled like trans or whatever, unless he has again, unless he feels like he's a woman and he wants to look like a woman and he's attracted to men. That's what you call that's
There's a lot of there's a lot of a lot of okay. A
that's
lot of
that's
times they
those
wait,
are
just give me a
fake.
second because
I'm
they're
sorry, go ahead.
attracted a lot of times to both. A lot of times they're bisexual. A lot of times they're attracted to women as well, and they even still sleep with women as well. Are you with me so far?
So would they think they're a gay woman? I mean, I've heard of that too.
And they're the
They
ones that
get down
cause
with women. They get down with women just as much as they get down with men.
yeah, I don't
I'm not
know,
an
I
expert
don't
on
know what we have to do to solve that problem. I don't know if we have to condemn those men, women. I don't. I'm not.
I just call them bisexuals. Look, there's gay, there's straight, and there's bisexual. It really, I think they've overcomplicated everything else. It
Yes.
really is that simple. Either you're gay, straight, or bisexual.
It's like I'm not about to have the alphabet
I just
community come after Nino.
look. It's just not no one's right. All I'm saying is that the makeup is the common ground that has allowed men to invade women's spaces, and women have invited them in over the bond of because you're dressing like me, you're looking like me, but in reality, they dressed you. They the gay men taught you all this stuff, and then you've turned it into your own identity, and then you allow them to come in to say that they're just like you.
Yeah. See, I don't know about all that. Usually it's the art of makeup. That women that we could appreciate because like if I was to have my makeup done, I would rather have like a gay man do my makeup than a woman. because a lot of times, you know, I've seen gay men, they are better at makeup than women. So it has,
Hmm.
I don't think it has to do with, yeah, I think it has to do with the skill, you know, level, and, you know, again, their appreciation of the art that we, it's
The
the reason
deception.
why we accept, or yeah, you can sort of say accept them, you know,
No, I said the
in our circle.
deception. It's not the art; it's the deception.
No,
They're better.
it's
Okay, it's
makeup.
deception.
Makeup is not deception. It's a
It literally is deception to this point. It is. When women take the makeup off, when men take the makeup off and they look completely different than what they presented as, that's deception.
no, because a lot of, again, like I said earlier, makeup is usually used as to either enhance
Usually or
or
most,
conceal.
it's not usually used for that in 2025. It's not.
When you say deception, it's almost like, you know, it's like when you put on makeup, it's like a like a completely different face,
It
right?
is, and
But then
and
a lot of,
and then, and then women
no,
will
your
put on a
average
completely
woman
different
is not wearing.
personality.
No, your average
It-
woman is wearing foundation that's, you know, that it's their skin tone. It's not like a different skin tone. You know, the only time like they have, wear eyeshadows is like if they're wearing, you know, if they're trying to have that smoky eyeshadow and stuff like that. It, you know, even if she was to wash her face or whatever, she would still look the same. It's just like, you know, you're gonna see some scars and some pores, but for the
You're
most
saying
part,
that when
they
most
still look the
women
same.
wash their face from the makeup, they look the same as when they had the makeup on. Your position is that most women will look the same when they throw water on their face with the makeup they've had. They'll still look the same. Is that your position?
Well, not exactly the same. But then their features, yeah. I mean, again, all makeup does is it either enhances or it conceals your pores, your imperfections. That's it. It
Yeah,
doesn't change.
no.
Yes.
Makeup is beyond that now. It really is. And, or do you not? Do you also disagree, Nico?
Nino.
No, I'm
And
sorry. I'm sorry, Nina.
like I said, man, I mean, because it's like I can only go by what I see. A lot of the women I see with makeup on, they take it off. Most of them look kind of the same. You know what I'm saying? And then there's sometimes I see women when they take the makeup off, they look completely different. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know how to gauge most. You know what I'm saying? Like it's hard for me to say most when I really truly don't know. You know what I'm saying? I think that's unless you got, you know, stats to prove that, it's kind of like, you know, you just saying what you feel instead of what you know.
I'm like I said. I see the makeup community in Asian cultures. I've seen it in Japan where it's insanely huge, and then when the makeup comes off, they look completely different. And it's I've seen the same way that it is in America. I didn't see it so much in Brazil because I think in Brazil they're more of a country, water culture, so they really don't deal with the makeup as much because a lot of times they're on the beach and they're active and they're sweating and the heat, it doesn't really work well with it. So, but I do think in the places that I've visited on a global scale, especially in Japan, um, that makeup is very deceptive, and it's not about it's just about or hiding a few imperfections. No, it's about creating an identity or even a confidence in yourself that's not naturally there.
Well,
Well, there's levels to it, right? There's professional, and there's, you know, just like your regular, you know, like the makeup that you buy at the drugstore or whatever, or even department stores, right? So yeah, there's, what do you call it, like costume makeup, and then there's regular makeup. The average person is putting on putting on like the drugstore makeup. They're not putting on makeup. They're not painting their face, right? Because if that's what they're doing, they're painting their face. They're using I don't know what they're called. Like usually during Halloween time, they sell stuff that you could alter your nose, or they put contacts, contacts on and stuff. That's, yeah, you could say that that's deception, because they're putting their it's cosplay. But makeup,
Yes.
no, it's not. It's not deceptive. It's not. I'm
Okay.
not a makeup. I'm not that big on makeup. but then I'm still going to stand on it.
Yeah.
That it's not.
Look, you have a good point.
Nothing
No,
to these men.
I think I'm looking at the cosplay makeup and maybe aligning that in with the regular makeup and concealers and things. And you're absolutely right. I do think that the average woman is, yeah. I do think the average woman is using that kind of makeup, but I do think that the number is largely growing into this stripper style, drag queen style of makeup that is growing and growing and growing, and that's maybe what I'm focusing on because that's what seems to be on the internet and the media more. So that might be my own bias. Fair?
I think that's fair enough.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I kind of want to guide the show to the real topic, which is kind of baby mamas or whatever. I got 2 more videos on IG I want to go through, then we can get to the main event. But
Okay.
let's check this video right quick.
Kira. Kira.
Oh, here you go. Here you go. Thank you. Appreciate you.
It's visitation time, honey. Like,
And that's what you need to understand.
Okay, and I'm understanding that.
So why are you still here?
Because I can be.
No, you can't. Honestly.
So,
I'm not going nowhere. So
Kira,
All right, that's cool.
y'all having your visitation.
All right.
yeah, okay. So when Erica come back. Now, was y'all supposed to go to the mall? Was y'all supposed to go to the mall?
I don't know what the plan is now.
The plan was dinner.
Dinner?
Yes.
A supervised dinner?
No, it wasn't no supervised.
It's
So
never
thank you.
clarified supervised or unsupervised.
All right, so why are you still here?
Because it's going to be supervised.
That's
This
not
is
so
my
cool.
order.
Okay,
Me.
Kira,
Bro,
okay.
you
So,
can't make it
no, you're not going to do that. It's a good vibe. Baby happy. She ain't kicking and hollering and
She
screaming.
ain't kicking and hollering, none of
I'm
that.
so glad.
So
Yeah.
go away.
I'm talking to you.
So
Okay,
Kira,
I'm talking to you.
so wait. Come on. We gotta keep the peace. This is co-parenting. You gotta learn to co-parent. So let's
She's
keep
not
the
even
peace.
supposed to be here.
Yep.
It doesn't
Respectfully.
specify. It doesn't specify.
Okay.
It don't matter.
It
It don't matter. It don't matter.
So-
It don't matter.
so
You're not
Kira.
supposed to be here. That's supervised visitation.
So it's a happy vibe. So y'all could go back up to the board. If we go to the mall, because we got time to go to the mall, right? Y'all gonna come to the mall with us?
I thought the mall was Sunday. That was where me and Erica talked about it.
Okay, so we're not doing the mall
this is how
today.
y'all talked about you weren't supposed to be here. You still here, right?
I'm talking to you.
All right, but I'm talking to you.
Okay. So here, everything was good. Okay, so when we get finished eating, we gotta come past y'all. So we're gonna keep everything on a even keel, okay? So everything was good, everything vibed. So you and your mom, y'all want to stay up there? It's
I
cool.
don't even know who that lady is that they brought. Who is that lady that y'all brought with y'all? We didn't bring her. So why is she?
No, I just told her we keeping the peace. Everything was smooth. They can go sit up there, and when we get finished, we'll bring the baby. She said the mall is
They're gonna
Sunday.
get hurt.
She said the mall is Sunday because I thought we was going to the mall.
Okay, so the plan was to go to the mall and dinner today, but she wanted to change everything. We was going to do an outing on Sunday. But at this point here, I'm gonna just go ahead and remember file to have everything specified because I don't know who these ratchet people are that you brought the baby. I didn't bring them.
So why are they saying something to my mom? Respectfully. Why are they coming over here asking for duffel bags?
And who was the guy? The guy was coming back talking about some tension.
Well, you could have came over.
Yeah. Why are you?
That's wild right there. And you wonder why some guys decide, you know what, I'm just going to not even deal with this whole situation. I'm going to just pay my child support and go about my business because that is crazy right there. You can't even have a meal with your child without this baby mama hovering. You know what I'm saying? She ain't even had the decency to just try to get a table somewhere and then let them people have their peace with the kid. She got to sit there with her forearm 2 inches away from this man's head, hovering over them while they trying to eat. That shit is crazy. Who wants to put up with that shit? Anybody got anything to say about it? Or y'all still mad about the makeup? What's going on?
No, I was letting her. I didn't want to. I was letting her go first.
No, go ahead.
Okay, fine. I'll be quick. Um, it's very unfortunate sometimes how women want to micromanage a man's father time, and that's what it kind of seems like she's doing. And it seems like she was also there with a group that's not there in the picture, you know.
Mhm.
And he asked her, like, why are you here? And she's like, because I can be. And it's like, but that's not the question. The question is, why are you here? And essentially what it really is she just wants to make shit difficult, even as the man's trying to have his father time with his daughter, and her being there. You see how the daughter is like, she's reaching, like, hey, that's my mom. Why can't I go there? And it's creating a divide that's unnecessary, because now the father is like, he doesn't want to give the daughter to the child, because then all of a sudden that's fucked. It's going to be a lot harder to get her back. You know, you understand. So it's like she's there to kind of create tension. She's there to create an issue, because if he gives his baby mama the child, you know, because she's reaching for him, then all of a sudden, do you think that the baby mom's going to give the child back? She's going to be like, look, see, she wants to stay with me. She wants to stay with me. And then all of a sudden, it's going to either be an argument or he's going to lose his father time. And that's what it seems like she's trying to create. She's trying to create a moment where it's like, hey, your father time is not valued anymore, because again, the child is just a child. She sees her mom. She's like reaching, and he's doing the right thing by not giving the child to the mother, you know, but that's also creating the divide. I think as a community, and especially as an American community, for sure, that men and women need to figure out healthy co-parenting, because most of us are born outside of a marriage anyway. So if we really want a positive flip, we need to have a code of co-parenting that's beyond what the court says, because the courts do not facilitate healthy co-parenting. We need to figure out this co-parenting shit outside of the courts of America.
You got anything, Zara?
Yeah, I definitely agree. And to your question, that I understand. Like I understand that, yeah, some men, they don't want to because they have baby mama, ex-wife, whatever, that's um that's controlling and trying to ruin your the man's like custody time with the kids and stuff like that. I think you should still put up with it, though. Like, just because she gives you hell, that doesn't mean that you should take it out on the kid. That's your kid. And if she's like that, that's on you. You got her pregnant, so yeah, deal with it. That's if you still want to, you want to be part of your kid's life. I'm not saying that it's right.
Wait,
I'm not saying that it's
is
right.
nobody going to check the woman, or it's just the man has to deal with that prison and that's it? And no one will hold that woman accountable to change her behavior.
The only I'm not saying that what she did is right. Like, heck no. I think
I understand, but is there nobody to check that?
The only one that could check her is the guy, right? The guy would have to go to court, and yeah, I think. See, I don't know much about the child custody stuff, and so the only thing that I could think of that the guy can do is to go to court, and to talk to the judge.
You know how he's going to have to pay for that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Somehow I feel like if the roles were reversed, the answer would be different.
It absolutely would be different.
The answer, it wouldn't be you let him knock you up, so you just got to deal with it. No, it'd be call the police. He should be locked up. This is harassment. It would be a whole different answer. And I think I don't have any kids, and I'm not trying to speak for all men, but I just know personally I'm tired of hearing that shit. I shouldn't have to put up with foolishness because I got her pregnant when we all grown. This is not an adult way to handle it. You're acting like a child right now. And I don't know who the women is with him. I don't know if that's his mama or his new girl. I don't know what's going on, but it just seems like
it sounds like his sister.
Yeah, it just seems like all the women around him, including the baby mama, is just micromanaging this nigga. And then they wonder why y'all ain't being men, because they're not really allowed to be men. You know what I'm saying? because there's so many women. No, don't do this. Don't do this. She's no. Let me talk to her. Let me keep. No. Like, look, everybody. You know what? I don't want to deal with none of this shit. Here, take the baby. I'm good. I'm gone. Fuck all that shit.
And let's look at it from a biological level at the same time. With her being bigger than. Oh, sorry.
Let me finish right quick. Right. Just like you're saying, oh, don't take it out on the child. You don't think that child is going through something right now when you pushing the father away? So if I gotta be there to not take it out on the child, she should have to mind her manners so that it won't push me to something that might detriment the child as well. You know what I'm saying? It ain't just on him to do this, do that. But at the same time, all these women is micromanaging the situation. Like, this shit is crazy. I don't expect nobody to put up with that shit, male or female.
And I won't shame men who walk away from it to save their mental health, because that man wanted to slam his head into the table about 5 times out of frustration. You know?
Yeah.
That shit drives men batty. It really does. And I was going to say on a biological level, that woman is 3 times bigger than him. She looks at him in a way that when the woman is bigger than you like that, the dynamic is already completely off, because she doesn't see him as a man. She just doesn't. She's bigger than him. She will attack him. She will put hands on him. She will emasculate him. She will do this in front of his daughter. She will do this in front of his family. She will do this in private, and she will do it in public. And if he even once tries to buck up and check it, either she will check it because she can, because of her, she's physically bigger than him. The crowd around her will check it, and the men around her will check it. And then the courts will check him. It is the world against that man in this situation. And this is why so many men say fuck it and try to disappear.
That's a fact.
Or they say fuck it and unalive themselves, because it's a losing battle. And you should have chose better does not really show any empathy at all, because women can change. It's not about choosing better. Women have the autonomy to change when they want to. And who's to say that this woman didn't change?
She probably did.
Into this.
But let me move on to the next video, which shows this is a smaller woman, but she gets a little abusive. So let's check it out.
Hey, Mark, can you call the cops, bro?
Wow, they must have just added that music. At first, you could hear the whole conversation. Once she realized she was on camera, she was trying to make like, "Oh, you choked me before this." Da, 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 da. But it was a couple of times he was watching, like she was kicking him. He almost dropped the baby. She didn't care nothing about that kid in his arms. It's crazy, man. I'd have had to put that baby in the house, and we'd have had to see what's good for real once I ain't got this baby in my hand. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but then you wouldn't have the baby. But then you wouldn't have the baby in your hands anymore for a long time if you handled it that way, sir.
I'm cool with that.
You said you're cool with that?
Yeah, I'm cool with that.
You're so cool. The woman disrespected you. You put the baby down. You about to go fuck her up.
She didn't disrespect me. She not only physically assaulted me, she put the child in danger because I could have dropped the baby and the baby could have hit his head.
Okay, so wouldn't the logical thing be you call the police, use that video, and then all of a sudden the child's in your custody?
Mm-hmm. That sounds good.
We have to start thinking like that as men. We have to start. Women are using the system against us. We have to use the system back against them. That's the only way we'll win.
Yeah, that does the system. You just went through a whole spiel on how the system doesn't work for us.
True, but still, when you have, this is the thing about video, and this is why we have to start using video as our evidence and as our weapon. And when we have things like this, instead of trying to be like, oh, well, I'm a man. I'm scared. She's attacked me. I'm scared for my life. I'm putting a restraining order on her. You have to use the same playbooks that women have been using against us if you value your fatherhood. Because if you handle it the way that even your guy friends will tell, oh, no, go handle that. Now the after effects is you don't have a relationship with your child anymore. Or if you do it this way, she's almost cut off from the child and you have custody. This is why when men get hit like that, they need to completely police, call, video, boom, a restraining order. I don't want her back in this apartment. I'm a fear for my. That's the only way that we can change the pendulum.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if I saw that work, then that would be the move. But most cases, they go to jail for 24 hours. They back out. They throw it out in the court case, and you still got to deal with this chick. So my mind, I'm not saying that I'm going.
You don't have to deal with the chick if you put the restraining order on the moment she hits you, which you have a legal right to do, then she can't come back to the house.
Mm-hmm.
But
this is why so many men lose in court after the fact, because like when the restraining order happens and the woman has custody and she has the restraining order, then everything else goes in her favor because she has the custody, she has the house, she has the apartment, or whoever has the residency is probably the person that's going to get the most I want to say leniency, but that's not the right word. Will most likely get the best outcomes when it comes to the custody of the child, where whoever has the place of residence. So when women, even if they make up a story and I want to, that's why they always go for the restraining order first, because once you have that restraining order, now all of a sudden you can't go back to that residence, and then everything you're fighting uphill for your father rights. If it was the other way around, if the woman didn't have a place of residence because she got put out because you put a restraining order on her, but the child is comfortable in that place, then the courts we can't give the child to the mother because she doesn't have a place. The child's been comfortable in this house for the last year or so. We're not going to uproot the child from this house. So since the husband is the one that put the restraining order and he's the one that's in the residency, we have to let the child stay there. That's how we start winning.
That's the assumption that this is his place. If you pay attention to the beginning of the video, he's asking whoever's behind that door to call the police for him. He doesn't live there. I think that's a relative house. And as young as he is, he don't have his own place, and probably neither does she. She's going to have automatic custody because it's her baby. So if he puts a restraining on her, guess what? Now he's going to have a harder time getting to the child. Now, I'm not saying beat the chick up, but you got to.
What are you saying?
I'm saying that you got to, let her know she can't be putting her hands on you some kind of way.
Let her know how.
By screaming at her, getting in her face.
You think that's going to work?
It works for me.
You can out scream a woman?
Yeah, of course I could. Yeah.
Shit, okay. Wait, really?
Of course I can. Yeah. I'm not small like him. I'm bigger, and I got I got a chill voice normally. So when I raise my voice, it resonates in people. You know what I'm saying? For whatever reason. Now I'm not saying everybody
because you're bigger probably, and that's why it resonates. But if you 5'7" and look like him, you screaming at a woman's that shit ain't gonna work.
I don't think the police should have worked either. Be honest with you, I don't. I think it's
so what will work
on a bigger one, because if the police work, men would already be doing it.
So what will work?
I just told you have to some kind of way get this chick.
He got to get some stilts and he got to eat more.
Maybe, so maybe you know what I'm saying. I don't know. But I just know that women know who they can do that shit with. They don't do that shit with a nigga they know will knock their block off. And they don't necessarily have to knock their block off. But they know they'll do it, so they don't go that far with it. But they'll hit a nigga they ain't gonna never hit him back. They'll do it every time.
What do you think, miss?
Well, see, I agree, right? A lot of times, yeah, women, if we know, yeah, we tend to test boundaries and stuff like that. Okay, yes. I think that's I think that's everybody. But my thing is that, knowing that you have a baby mama that's like that, like I don't understand, why you guys aren't like when it's your turn to have the baby or whatever, why you don't like make sure that if some shit was gonna pop off or whatever, then you'll be like you'll have either help or like you'll know how to handle it, right? Like
What should
like
this guy be doing in this what should this guy be doing in this situation to handle it correctly?
Call big sister. Call your mama and tell her.
Yeah,
Call another woman to handle that for her. If you really don't want to put hands on her, make sure you got a woman that will.
I don't think he should go to like well, I don't know where if they were like walking, they weren't just in a neighborhood or whatever, but I would say go to like a store or something where there's people, and a lot of times, yeah, like strangers will help you.
No,
But then if you were,
not if
yes,
you're the man. Not if you're the man. If you're a woman, yes, you're absolutely right.
Yeah,
Man,
yes.
people watch it. People watch
People
it. People
laughing.
Yeah,
people recording.
Yeah, that's what happened when you a man and a woman is attacking.
well,
In
that's the
fact,
thing.
the women around her are juicing it up, making it worse a lot of times. They're not stopping it. More men will stop an altercation than women. I have never seen women come to a man's aid when another woman is attacking him and like, hey girl, and break it up. I've seen men break up fights between women. I've seen men try to break up fights between men, but I've never in my years of I have never seen women go and stop a woman from attacking a man. Have you?
Not strangers.
Have you, sir?
No, I've never seen it. I've never
Okay,
seen
then.
it.
So
I always seen women get involved once the man buck up. Then they want to jump in the middle.
yeah, but before that even happened, what were the women yelling in the background when the woman was hitting that man? Probably. Do you remember? Was it like, yeah, hit him again? That's what I've experienced and heard.
Yeah.
What?
Like, I don't know if they say
yes.
I haven't seen them say hit it again, but either they're watching or they're laughing, one or the other.
Girl, tell them that's what I've seen, especially when again.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
Right. Don't let them say. That's what I've seen. Or have you seen something different, Miss?
No, usually, like if a woman's gonna egg another woman on, it's usually because they think that like the guy's cheating on her or something like that, like he did her dirty. But if a woman knew that she is the abusive one, ain't no woman's gonna be like, oh yeah, go ahead, hit him when she's in the wrong.
If you standing there, right, what's more like, are they gonna assume that he was cheating without even knowing the story?
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've never heard like another woman egg a woman on.
You've never heard another woman egg a woman on when hitting a man? Ever?
Yeah.
Why have you not ever been into a club or a drinking environment where the woman is hitting a man and the women around them are egging it on?
No, usually it's either woman fighting other women or man men fighting other men.
You've never seen women fighting men?
A few times, but then again, it's I have never seen anyone egg that woman on though. Like I've seen like a couple argue and stuff, but then not once have I ever heard like a straight just some random woman go, yeah, hit him, yeah, that's right. Like no, usually you're a stranger.
You've never seen that on
So
the internet either? You've never seen the internet video where women are in the background yelling at okay, maybe you just are. I'm not saying you're not. Maybe you're just oblivious to it, but it's very common, and you can see thousands of videos of this.
You remember that video? You remember that video? Now it wasn't no physical altercation, but remember that video when Myron was walking down the street and that lady half naked was cussing him out?
Oh,
wasn't the women egging her on?
Egging her on to hit him or to just
No, not to hit him. That's why I said it
Okay.
wasn't no violence, but just the argument. They was like, "Yeah, I know that's right," and she was feeding off them women. Then when she got in an argument with the other guy, the same big lady that was watching and recording, when she was fussing out men, as soon as that man started bucking back and arguing back, giving her back the same energy, what did you see? The big girl wanted to get.
Well, yeah, it depends. It depends, right? The reason that woman was egging, that chick on, when she was arguing with Myron was because, because of because of Myron, because of how he, the way he talks, his talking points and stuff like that. So yeah, a lot of women don't like his, the shit that he be saying. So yeah, they're gonna, egg her on or whatever. But then no woman's gonna egg another woman to hit a guy.
What are they egging her on to do? Wait. What are they egging her on to do?
I don't.
Just think about it. What are the women wanting to happen?
It's just ad libbing. It's usually, yeah, you go, that's right.
But what do they want to see happen?
Well, I guess it depends what's going,
Okay,
for the most part, it's just to win the argument, not to. Men
win the argument how?
Stronger than women. So why would women, egg another woman on to fight a man, knowing the fact that he is stronger and he could, kill her?
They do it because they know they have a system and a support system that, one, if he does hit her, one, the men who are surrounding her are going to probably jump and kick his ass. Two, he's going to deal with the consequences with the police. And three, he's going to lose probably any money and monetary gain from society because he all of a sudden hit the woman. That's why they do it. He loses on all three aspects. Either the men around her are going to kick his ass afterwards. The police are going to kick his ass afterwards. When he's in jail, he's going to get his ass kicked afterwards. And from society and any money and any corporations or any sponsorship, he's going to lose that right away. That's why they do it. Does that make sense?
Know about that. Yeah, I understand.
That doesn't make sense? Wait, that doesn't make sense? You said you don't know about that.
Wait, are you talking about Myron? Or are you talking about just like, some random...
In general, actually. It's beyond Myron. It's the playbook for most men in those situations. Or you don't agree with that?
No, I don't agree with that.
Which part?
Okay, because you're saying... Because the way you're saying it, it sounds like sounds like sinister. As in,
it's the truth. It's logical. It's what's happened. No,
because if it's just some random, you see a random couple fighting and stuff. Like, I think for the most part, if I'm gonna egg a chick on and she's arguing with her,
they don't have to be a couple. Myron and that woman weren't a couple. This is just male versus female. This is not even in a couple. This is male versus female.
Well, usually,
or are we talking about two different things right now?
No, usually when man and woman when they're arguing or fighting, it's because it's usually because of they're a couple.
No, that's not true. Black men and black women argue every single day, and they're not in couples. It happens all the time. At a college campus, it happens all the time. In restaurants, it happens all the time. In bars and lounges, it happens all the time. They're not couples.
Yeah, but then usually when you're arguing, you're just arguing because you have a difference of an opinion. That doesn't mean that you want to hit that person, and you want to egg that person to hit him.
No, I've learned in my experience that when you have a difference of opinion, a lot of times the other person wants to hit you. Or do you disagree? Nino, do you disagree with that?
I agree with it to a point. It could get it depends on how heated it gets. Yeah, you want to punch somebody in the mouth, depending on how they expressing their difference of opinion. Because a lot of times, a difference of opinion, insults get added, and and that's what triggers a potential fight.
How many times have you been on a panel where if the people had probably been face to face with each other, an altercation would have happened?
Oh, several times. But I will say, I often say this, that I think that if people were face to face, they wouldn't talk to each other that way, because there is that
That's true.
potential
That's true.
of
That is
violence.
true.
You know?
That's what I'm saying.
But let me give
No, it's not what you're saying.
let me give a shout out.
I love how it's okay.
Hold on.
Hey, I love it though. Okay, sorry.
Let me give a shout out to my guy Carl Anderson for giving us another membership, bringing us one more closer to our goal. We got 4 down, 1 more to go. Appreciate you for that, Carl Anderson. So I'm a little late.
Thank you for your donation. You are most honorable.
Appreciate that, my guy. But yeah, man.
Do you have any brothers or any male cousins? I don't know how I'm saying your name. How do I say your name, Miss?
Zyrax.
Zyrax. Okay, it's a dope ass name, Zyrax. You don't want to ever owe a Zyrax money. All right, I love it. But do you have any male brothers or cousins in your family that may have maybe experienced violent altercations with women?
Yes, I have. I come from a big family. I have a lot of brothers and sisters.
Okay, how do they respond to it, or how are they told to respond to this when women are violent to them? It doesn't even have to be it could be a couple, it could be a woman they're actually with, or just a woman in general. How are they taught to respond?
Oh, to not hit women.
Okay, and even if the woman hits them, what are they told to do?
Well, yeah, not to. Well, you're not supposed to throw the first punch, right? But then if a woman starts hitting you, to get away from that woman.
Okay, that's sound advice. That's great advice. A lot of times men are told, especially from the women in their own family, if any woman hits you, you have the right to hit them back, and you don't, you will get destroyed. So it's the only logical outcourse we have is if a woman is attacking you or hitting you, is to violently run away. You know what I mean? Like completely, and it goes against everything that's against what your DNA is saying as a man to do. It's making, because as a human being, when someone's attacking you, you're in attack back. So women are making us be outside of our own nature when they get outside of their nature and do this to us.
It didn't work out so well for Jonathan Majors. He still got convicted.
Man, he tried to violently. He violently ran away. He was violently running, like it was from a scary movie, and it still didn't work. Because he pushed her back, essentially because he pushed her back in the car. That's what kind of doomed him.
He was trying to get some space to run.
he didn't run away violently enough soon enough. Him trying to put her back in the car gracefully ended up kind of dooming him.
Mm-hmm.
He should have, at the moment she was starting, he should have screamed and violently ran away. That's what women seem to want us to do.
Yeah, I don't know. See, I have two girls and and boy. I told my girls, of course I told all 3 of them to always keep your hands and be to yourself. Like, don't ever hit. You don't hit. Period. You just don't hit. Period. Now, my girls. Of course, there's boys that will like mess with them and I'll tell you this short story. My oldest daughter, I think when she was 10, she was playing around with this, joking around with this boy in her class, and then next thing she hit him. Of course, he kicked her, and then she kicked him back, and then and then she kicked him back, and then she ran, and she didn't tell the teacher, but then she just ran, and that was it. So when she came home, she told me, of course I got mad at her, and I told her not to hit a guy because she was surprised that he hit her back, right? And then I told her, I'm like, just because you think that you could hit, a boy, just because you think that he might not hit you back, you know, does it give you any reason to, just to hit a guy? Like, remember, you don't ever want to hit someone that's bigger than, or you don't want to hit anyone, period. But you know, you just don't. It's stupid to hit a person that's bigger than you. You know, and so you think that if you just you smack them, for fun, just to be funny, like you don't know how that person, is feeling. They might think that you're hitting them, you may be, you might be like serious and stuff, and then they might end up kicking you or something like that. And so, yeah, never, just don't ever hit anybody, period. And I told
I
my
actually
son,
had
I'm
it.
like, I told my son, if a chick is hitting you, I run and go tell the teacher. Like, who cares? Don't care about your friends if they make fun of you or whatever. No, if a chick starts hitting you, just run away from her and go tell, go tell your teachers. And then during recess, go tell your sisters.
Yeah, that's a great point because I actually had to have a conversation with my daughter. My daughter is 8 and my son is now 6, and it's now to the point where his strength is starting to kick in. So the
Mm-hmm.
dynamic they had at first, like my daughter was kind of, she wasn't a bully to my son, but she was able to kind of, get her way whenever she wanted. And now now that he's 6 and starting to get some of that
Mm-hmm.
little boy strength, now he's stronger than my daughter. So now, like all the little hits that she used to do to him when he was little are starting to he's starting to, wait a minute. Hey, I can throw you across the room,
Mm-hmm.
and so she was like saying, well, Jaden hit me. And I was like, yeah, it hurt, right? And she's like, yes. And I was like, did you hit him? And she was like, well, yes, he wasn't listening. And I was like, well, hey, are you the mama or are you the sister? And she's like, I'm his sister. I was like, well, okay. So you can't do what you maybe used to do when he was 2 and 3 years old and you were 5 and 6. So now he's getting a little bit stronger. You can't treat him the same way that you used to. I understand that you're used to that. And maybe, your mom didn't check that, but I'm letting you know that he's getting stronger. And if you hit him, he's emotional too. He's 6 years old. He doesn't
Mm-hmm.
have the wherewithal to hold back. He's a child. You hit him, you smack him even playing, he might haul off. And I can't teach a 6-year-old how to hold back his energy yet. I got to do that when he's like a teenager. I can't do that with a 6-year-old. So you got to be the smart one and not hit him. And just
Mm-hmm.
because you maybe did that in the beginning of his life and it worked, he's changing. And hey, I love you, Jelani, but I also love Jaden. And Jaden he's getting stronger than you. He can punch something harder than you can now. He can kick something harder than you can now. He can throw something. He's a very sporty child. I don't have a lazy child. Neither one of them are lazy, but I had to have the conversation about you. You're not the mom. You're his sister. And it's only a 2-year gap. If he hits you back and you hit him first, I'm siding with him every time.
Mm-hmm.
You need to not hit him. He's your little brother.
Yep,
You're the big sister.
Finish. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Don't start something you can't finish. But I want to jump into this video because getting late.
Oh, my bad.
No, y'all good. I'm good. That's cool. Not a problem.
Wait, before you jump into the next video, do you have a brother or a sister or a child?
No,
Me?
it's just me. It's just me. I got a lot of cousins and stuff like that, but
did you ever have a female cousin that was older than you that tried to hit you and then you hit them back?
No, I've had that happen with a chick that I wasn't related to though. I think the last time I put my hands on a female, I was like 13.
What did your family say about that?
Nothing.
Because she hit you first?
Yeah, she hit me repeatedly. I had to defend myself. It wasn't nowhere to run. I was on a school bus. So I'll tell you the story. It's quick. So what happened was somebody threw a Pepsi bottle at this girl, and for whatever reason, she thought I threw it. You know what I'm saying? So she started cussing me out, blah, blah, blah. You throw something at me, I'm going to fuck you up, blah, blah, blah. So I got pissed because I didn't throw it. So I threw it at her at that point, right while she was looking at me. And so she got up.
Oh, bro.
And so she got
You're
up.
wrong. Okay, go ahead.
I mean, I doubt it, but it was an empty soda bottle, so it's not like that shit hurt or anything like that. But the point is, she got up and she started hitting me on top of my head. I was letting that slide. I wasn't tripping off that. Then she punched me in my eye. So
okay.
Once she punched me in my eye, I zapped out, and I hit her like 2 times. She sat in the seat, and I ain't hitting nothing else from her. You know,
you gave her about 5 freebies, right? You gave her five skibbity paps, and then she took it too far and hit you in the eye, right?
No. I didn't touch her at all. Like I said, when I threw the bottle at her, she got up and she was hitting me on top of my head. I wasn't tripping off that. But
the bottle didn't hit her. Okay, I thought you threw the bottle at her and it hit her.
No, it hit her. It would hit her, but it was an empty Pepsi bottle.
Wait, bruh. Okay, hold on, fam. This is a safe space, and I ain't coming at you. But you in the wrong on that one.
I don't care. You saying that like I give a shit. I don't care. You're not gonna sit there and embarrass me in front of everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because see, that's what a lot of people don't understand. You let one motherfucker punk you, then everybody think they can punk you and shit. So you're not gonna sit up here and try to embarrass me and talk to me like I'm supposed to be afraid to throw a Pepsi bottle at you when I didn't throw it at you in the first place. So I took it and
but since you got accused of it, you like, fuck it, now I am gonna throw a bottle.
You know what I'm saying? You trying to bitch me in front of everybody. Okay. Boop. And it wasn't like I even threw it hard. I just tossed it at her. You know what I'm saying? And she got up.
I didn't hit you. I just pushed you with my fist closed. Like
no. I hit her. You know what I'm saying? I hit her when she hit me in the eye. I hit her with 2 mean joints. Bink, bink. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, you did the Chris Childs on Kobe Bryant. Bink, bink.
I guess I don't know. I didn't. Man, I hit her like 2 times.
Look at that one day.
And she sat down, you know what I'm saying? I had no problem. Now her brother was on the bus too, you know what I'm saying? But he was kind of
shit.
So he kind of hit me on my shoulder from a distance, like, "Don't hit my sister." Tapped me on the shoulder and then sat down because I guess he had to show face. And I wasn't really tripping off that. I wasn't tripping off none of them, but she hit me in my eye and that shit hurt. And I kind of zapped out.
Were you bigger than her brother? Yes. Okay.
Yeah, he was taller than me, but I was probably more heavier.
You were a better fighter than him, correct?
Yeah, definitely.
Like that. All right. Well, thank you for not beating his ass. Thank you for allowing him.
I understood it. You know what I'm saying? I understood it. You know what I'm saying?
Because he would have got his ass whooped at home if he didn't hit you on the shoulder. You know.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna give you some credit. You did the wrong thing, but you finished it in the right way.
Yeah, the thing is, his sister was bigger than me, though. His sister was bigger than me, taller than me, bigger than me, weight wise, all that. So that's why I couldn't. You know, she hit me in the eye. That shit hurt. But
you saved his life actually, because if he didn't do that, she was gonna whoop his ass.
Probably. You know what I'm saying?
And then his family would have whooped his ass. So
the ironic
the
ironic part is after that happened, like we all went because we was on the school bus, so we had to go in the principal's office. Neither one of us got suspended or anything. And she was apologetic about the shit because once we both told our side of the stories, she realized she kind of was out of pocket because she jumped in my shit. You know what I'm saying? Over something I didn't do. I was minding my business. You know what I'm saying? So, maybe I was wrong for throwing the soda bottle, but I don't like I say, that thing, it ain't like it hit her in some serious spot. Like it probably hit her on the arm or some shit like that.
Where'd it hit her at, sir?
Probably like on the arm or the shoulder or some shit like that. I think she probably blocked it. You know what I'm saying? Because it wasn't like I drilled it at her. I just kind of flicked it like, flicking a wrist type of throw. You know what I'm saying? And then she got up. That's why I was letting her get her little licks on my head because I was like, all right, I did throw the soda bottle at her. So she, a couple of hits on the head. I ain't tripping off that shit. But
a few skibbity paps. Yeah. Okay, but she took it too far with the eye shot. Or they always take it too far with the eye shot, the nose shot, or the kick in the nut shot.
Yeah, and then after that, she want to be my friend. That's how it always work out.
She probably had a crush on you.
I don't know. I hope not. I hope not.
But, all right, sorry. Great story. That story needs to be animated. I really, that story is fucking. It's a story that would be prime for someone animating.
Yeah, it probably would look good as a cartoon.
Yeah.
Am I sure? No, that's not the right video. I'm tripping.
I don't know what the hell video was that.
That's the beginning of my live and shit. It's kind of
right.
A different way.
It's like I was like, what kind of domestic violent shit he about to be a part of?
Oh yeah, that's Blueface. So he.
Oh well, then, okay,
he got some domestic violence charges. But this one is basically saying the single moms crash out on Coolie. Not much of a crash out if you ask me, but let's check it out. It's a good conversation. I think it'll give us some good discussion.
I wait before you started. I just love how she's checking out her titties right now. She just look at she's doing a titty inventory check.
Oh, you talking about Dawson chick?
Yeah, she's like, they do look good.
She got them showing. Well, let's see where it goes.
That a woman with children is baggage, shouldn't be dating, and I think that that's an insult to motherhood. A woman with children is not baggage. So you saying that sounds very insulting. And
how is it insulting?
It is. Because are you a father?
I am a father.
Okay. Are your children, are your two little girls that you have back at home that you care very much about, are they baggage as well?
How can my kids be baggage? What do you mean?
Right.
So if I was dating you, and I don't have any kids, and I was dating you, would you be? Should I consider to disqualify you because you have kids?
Okay, I see what you're saying. If I was single, well, the difference is this. Let's go ahead and have this conversation because maybe you ladies can learn a thing or two, right? So the difference is a single man with kids is much different than a single mother with kids. Because in the relationship dynamic, the man is the protector and the provider, generally speaking. And most women want the man to protect them, to provide.
Correct.
So if a woman has kids and that man is entering a relationship with that woman, at some point in time, he would have to provide tangible things for that child. The difference is, it's not the same in reverse. If the woman is dating a man that has kids, the man does not expect the woman to ever pay any tangible things to his child. That's the difference. Meaning.
All right, so do y'all agree with that? His point that there's a difference between the single mother and the single father?
Yes.
What about Jews out
No. Kids are baggage. They are.
Oh, so you agree that they're baggage?
Well, I agree with that. Yes, yeah. I agree with that as well. Him trying to say his kids are not baggage is not true. His kids are baggage, especially if a woman comes in and she doesn't have kids. Mm-hmm. Then yes, your kids are baggage to her.
Mm-hmm.
So in what way would his kids be baggage, especially since most men barely even get to see their damn kids?
Okay, well, that's different. Okay, I'm only speaking if it's a guy that's, let's say, at least 50-50 custody, you know? If he's in his kids' lives, then his time and resources, and it takes away from her. He doesn't have maybe the time and autonomy to listen to her speak all the time. So she can equate that to, oh, well, you have baggage. You have different priorities. You have other responsibilities. That's okay. So for her, it would make logical sense to say, oh, you have baggage. The same way a man might say, like, you know, if a woman has kids and, oh, well, you don't have time to go out. You don't have time to do these things. You got this baggage. It equates the same way.
I don't know. I think it's heavier. Like they both could be probably perceived as baggage. But I think when the mother has custody of the kids and she's trying to date and this man is trying to be the stepdad, which means their marriage, I think the weight is a lot heavier for him than it would be for her. Because
I don't think most men are trying to be the stepdads, though. They're just trying to hit. You know?
No, but I get that. But what I'm saying, I mean, we're talking about dating. You know what I'm saying? So if you're dating her, I'm assuming you're dating with a purpose to marry her one day. You know what I'm saying? So if you're just smashing, either way, neither one of the kids are baggage because you don't have to deal with them. You don't have no expected responsibility to those kids. The only problem would be maybe you don't have the free time that a single person without kids would have.
I hear you. I just don't think that. I think in our culture, both sides, we're not really dating towards marriage. It just maybe happens. But I think even when women have kids and want like guys to kind of play that fatherly role, they still don't. It's still just dating. Like neither side is really like, oh, you about to be the stepdad. They'll have you play stepdaddy, but we don't really value marriage like that, the way that we try to perceive like we do.
Yeah, that's probably true for some. I do, man. I'm not trying to be playing stepdaddy if you not, you know what I'm saying? If I don't have any intention of marrying. You know what I'm saying?
So in our culture, a lot of men will play that role without having any intention of marrying the woman.
Yeah, that's a big mistake. Because why are you entering in this child's life playing that role, knowing that at some point you're gonna have to leave it?
What was it? What they saying, Jerry Maguire? When he's like, don't play with a single mama and don't use her. But it's the game. A lot of men have done. Again, I'm an '80s baby. It's been happening then. That men will come in and play that role because the father's not around, and the mother even knows this, rewards them for playing that role. And you as the child, you're like, what the fuck? This shit feels weird, but whatever, but it's part of our culture. We have a very strange play. When women say father figures, like that whole father figure weird shit. Instead of trying to figure out how the child's father can be in the kid's life, or even the man's side of the family. Like if you don't get along with the father of the child, fine. What about his brothers, his father, the men on his side of the family? Like, all of them are cut off too. Like you cut off not just the father, but his entire male lineage on his side of the family as well, in order to try to find these new father figures. That always seemed backwards to me.
Yes, it is kind of weird. But most of the girls I dealt with, when they have kids, like the father was either halfway there or not there at all, and I never seen him take him to the other side of the family like that.
That's what I've always thought was the solution. It's like, okay, this is what when I vet women, I'm like, okay, I get it. The child's father's not around. Okay, did you ever meet that man's side of the family? And they're like, oh, yeah. I was like, did you ever meet the uncles, the dads, the cousins? And yeah, I was like, so okay, how come they're not involved? And it's like, and then you realize, like, no, okay, this woman's cut off not just the father, but cut off that entire side of the family, even the women that are on that side of the family. And that's when I realized, okay, then this is not a woman I'm going to deal with. Mm-hmm. It's because it's one thing to have a problem with the father. And okay, fine, I'll give that grace. But when you really dig deeper and find out that she's also cut off the entire side of the family, and then you even find out that she doesn't even get along with the men on her side of the family, and then you're just like, oh, okay, then I ain't even dealing with. If you can't get along with the men who try to love you in your own family, what hope do I have?
Hey, it's a smart way to look at it. I can't argue with it. Lyrex, you got anything to say before I continue?
Yeah, I was gonna say, maybe it's because the guy is not close to his side of the family. That's why she's not bringing the kid. That's why maybe the kid is not close to his side of the family.
I mean, that's possible, but I don't know if that's most of the cases. You know what I'm saying?
Women are more, family oriented than men.
You think so?
Not really.
Okay.
You think women are more family orientated as far as with the women and they're more family orientated with the women in their family? Absolutely, yes. But as far as the men in their family, no, they're not.
Let's examine
most women do not get along well with the men in their own families.
Let's examine this though. What are you basing that off of, Zyrex? Is that like just your personal experience?
Well, personally, yeah, my personal experience, and usually women are more about family. They're always, they're always with their siblings. They're more closer to like their parents than the men are, because men for the most part are they don't like to be bothered by their siblings. They find their family annoying and stuff. They're not that close to their parents.
I don't know. Most of the guys I know, they close with their family. They hang out with their brothers. If anything, I notice a lot of women, they don't like a man I've had several women jealous of my relationship with my mother. They don't like the so-called mama's boy. So, I don't know. Maybe some guys feel the need to play that role like they not close with their moms, but in reality they are. But I don't know, like most guys I know, man, they close with their family. I don't know too many, you know what I'm saying, guys that, don't care about their brothers and sisters and shit like that,
Who do you think is quicker to cut off the people in their family, men or women?
You asking me?
No, I'm asking Nyrex.
It's like xylophone, except instead of phone, it's wax.
Xylox, yeah. Do you think that women cut? Do you think that women cut off people in their family quicker, or men cut off people in their family quicker?
Women, but then they're quick. But then they're quicker to I don't see men could cut off.
They're quick to block, but they're quick to unblock, right?
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, thank you.
Okay, that makes sense. Where I think when men cut off, it's like ooh-eyed. It's like ooh-eyed. You know, the word we can't say. Women will kind of try it to get the attention, where men do it and say, "F it, I'm done." I think when men cut off people in their family, it's like, "Yo, I've tried. F it, I'm done, and I'm not opening up this wound anymore." Whereas women will cut off somebody and then it's a week later, okay, my bad. Or I see women cutting off family members exponentially quicker than men do. So that's why I don't think that women are as close to family as you're saying they are.
Yeah,
I think men try harder than women do.
Yeah, most of the time I notice, just from my personal experience, a lot of women bring the drama in their own family. They got a lot of drama with them, you know what I'm saying? So a lot of the guys that I know, they got sisters or aunts or something. Sometimes if they don't want to go around as for that role, they always start something, or it's always something with her, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
I don't know, and they still love them regardless, right? You know what I'm saying?
Love them from a distance.
Yeah, that type of situation.
Or you say, I love them, I just don't like them.
Yeah.
That type of shit. And I think most men only cut off when it's too dramatic. I think women cut off because they don't get their way. So I can't say that women are more family orientated than men are.
Well, I would see the reason why, there's problem to begin with is because they're interacting with them, right? So if you don't interact with the family members, then I guess it would sort of seem like, no, let me say this, like women, yeah, we tend to cut off relationship quick, but then because we have love for the family, we're like, you know what, fuck it, we're going to forgive them and, go back to like being together again.
It's not love for the family, it's love for the resources. It's not love for the family.
Resources?
It's love for the resources or what your family does for you.
You know why they cut them off?
Siblings ain't doing shit for you.
Hold on. You know why they cut them off so easily and then get back together so easily? Because a lot of times the reason why they cut the family off to begin with, or a family member off, it's off something petty. You know what I'm saying? It's off something petty is easily forgiven. I know women that's been mad for 20 years at each other over just the dumbest shit ever.
Yeah.
The dumbest shit in the world. When men cut you off, it's for something serious, more than likely.
Very true. What's the reason you've cut off somebody in your life? Xylophone? Wait, shit. Sorry, no. That was not a joke. That was not like some weird passive aggressive way of trying to no. Yeah, it was just because he literally said that before. I really am sorry. I'm not calling you Xylophone. What is a reason that you cut off somebody in your family or even a friend? And then you forgave them and you opened it back up. You know what I mean? Like, and you reconciled.
It's
It's a safe space. It's okay. Nobody's here but us.
I mean, I've never had this happen before, but then it's usually, I would cut off a friend if, like, say they mess with my boyfriend or something like that, right?
You've never had to cut off a cousin or a family member ever?
No, I'm close to all my siblings.
You don't seem like the type.
Really? Not siblings. I'm talking about cousins, uncle.
Yeah.
There's not one person in your family that you like. I'm done with them. Over when you had an argument or a disagreement, and you've never blocked anybody in your family or friend circle, or this has never happened. Okay.
Yeah, because I'm not like I'm not the like I don't gossip and um yeah, I don't gossip and I get along with a lot of people with pretty much like everybody.
Has anybody ever cut you off?
Mm, no, I don't like even my ex-boyfriends don't cut me off.
You said even your ex-boyfriend still cut you off or don't cut you
No,
off?
they
I'm sorry.
don't. No, they don't.
Oh.
Like yeah, I'm
super friendly.
yeah, I'm yeah, I'm a friendly person.
You gotta remember she's Asian, so it's a little different.
Okay. Okay. Then, because I'm sitting here like, is this possible? Okay. No. All right. My bad.
Let me play.
Well, you know what? Hey, well, first off, hey, kudos to you. And there's not a lot of women like that, so understand that you are valuable and you are very important. If you've not been cut off or if you've never cut off people, you are an anomaly in this matrix and don't change.
I'm gonna cut her off after this show just so she
just so you can be the first. You gonna be her cut off.
It's the show.
You gonna deflower her. You gonna be, oh, this virgin. She ain't never been cut off. Let me go ahead.
Let me slice the cord right quick.
And let me go ahead and just block her at the end of this show. She like, what the fuck happened? Now, next time when this happens, she can't say that she's never been cut off or blocked.
Exactly.
You really should do that.
Let me keep playing this video.
All right.
That's messed up,
Sorry.
That it's baggage. Not only do I have to pay for you, I have to pay for your kids as well. That's why it's baggage on the woman's end.
I think sometimes tangible things also have less value, not less, but things that are not tangible have the equal value to things that are tangible. Sometimes you're just putting it in a sense of, well, finances. I'm paying you money. You're seeing it. This is money. You could hold it. You could touch it. Maybe what I'm giving in return is as equal value. And it might not necessarily be finances, my body that you could touch, but what I can provide, it could be at an equal value to a lot of men. Some men may not have peace. Some men may not come home to a warm house with good food, with a caring, loving woman. And I'm not providing you anything tangible, but I am providing you security, love.
Okay, so you're saying that sometimes the intangible can be as valued as the tangible.
Absolutely. That's
what you're
exactly
saying.
what I'm saying.
And then you said, well, the woman can be providing love and care and nurturing and all of these things.
Right.
The difference is this. The woman without any kids can do the same thing.
Right. But
listen. The difference is this. The woman without any kids does the same exact untangible things that can be valued as tangible. And I would agree that men generally, we don't even look for a woman to protect and provide. So we're not really looking for the tangible in that aspect.
Sure.
This doesn't mean that we want to take on more tangible things. You are actually the tangible thing, meaning that you're looking for the man to protect and provide for you. So I'm saying that the man would not only have to protect and provide for you, but also your kids as well. So that would be considered baggage because the woman without kids, what can she do? She can do everything that you can do. Give all of those untangible things that bring value to a man, but she's not bringing this extra baggage. That's all I'm saying.
But real brief, earlier we expressed on how you can't control your emotions. I could see a single woman that can come in and provide everything a woman with kid can, but she don't have the baggage. Yet that's not who I'm interested in. I'm interested in the one with the baggage. You don't pick and choose who you become interested in, who you emotionally want to be attached to. Maybe you choose one.
That doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make any sense. You most definitely pick who you invest your time and emotions into. I get it. When you're young, the heart wants what it wants, but by the time you hit like 30, 35, you know what I'm saying, you got a handle on it. And before you allow yourself to even get there with somebody, some things got to be in place. You know what I'm saying? But she just sounded like she was just talking. Sometimes you get people on panels or whatever you want to call it, and they just be saying what they believe sounds good so they can sound like they know what they're talking about. But when you really dissect that shit, it don't make a bit of sense, in my opinion. But
it does make sense.
Go ahead, explain it. Break down the woman needs for us, Zyrax.
He's the perfect example.
I'm listening.
No, the host. He's the perfect. She's describing him, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know, he instead of dating a chick that does not have kids, he married a chick that had kids by that came with baggage.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I don't think she was saying that oh men, it's okay to date women with baggage or whatever. That's a good thing. I don't think that's what she's saying. She's just saying um she's just describing, she's just giving a descriptive. She's not really giving a prescriptive, if you get what I'm saying. You know, I would, I would sort of now if she was to, yeah, like if she was saying that that it's okay to date date single people with baggage or whatever, I would disagree. Not I would disagree because I don't think your first choice should always be your first choice should never come with baggage. If you're a single person, right? You're a single person, date other single people. Now, if you just happen to fall in love with someone with kids, then it is what it is, right? But I would advise single people to date other single people because I feel like it's not fair to the other person if you were to date someone that comes with baggage.
Yeah, but he had a kid before he met his current girlfriend because they're not married. He had a kid before. They
both came with baggage.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. Okay. I thought only she came with baggage. Okay.
And actually, if you really maybe dissect it, she didn't really have baggage because she had, I think, 2 children and she was married. So she got a very good nest egg as far as from the divorce and alimony. Mm-hmm. And she makes more money than him. So in reality, the kids weren't baggage for him. The kids were an asset because now he's dealing with this woman who has these resources that she wouldn't normally have from the divorce and from having the children. So he actually upgraded his child and himself by getting picked by her. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she had tangible stuff. Not to mention she had a strong online presence as well, which is something he was looking to get into. So that's why he made the conscious decision to choose her. You know what I'm saying? Right. Like you didn't have that's my point I was trying to make. She was trying to say, oh, you don't really get to pick who you fall in love with. And when you're young, that might be true. But when you're older, you make more conscious decisions on what you do. That's why y'all can always make the argument, why did y'all pick it? You shouldn't have picked that person. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all know that people, as you get older, you should be making wiser decisions who you decide to get with and build with.
Right. Like let's say me and Zyla, I don't know how many different ways I'm gonna fuck your name up. I'm sorry. Say your name one more time so I can lock it in and get it right. Well, I don't want to assign her a nickname that she didn't assign to herself. I hate when people try to do that to me.
No, people call her that. They call her Zaza. They call her Zai.
Okay, Zai. Okay, all right, perfect. Okay, Zai. Let's say you had 2 children, right? And I have 2 children, so we both have baggage. And if you're in a relationship, I'm not trying to disrespect your relationship or anything like that by putting us in a scenario. Okay, so we both have children, but you have 2 children, and let's say with an NBA player. So like Anthony Edwards type shit, you know what I mean? Like, so you got like you set pretty, and I have 2 children, and I have a divorce, and I got married, I got divorced, and I'm still paying child support and alimony, right? So that's the scenario. Who has the baggage, me or you? If we're trying to be in a relationship and get together, who actually has the baggage, me or you?
See, to me, kids are just baggage, period. It doesn't matter if, how set you are or whatever.
Who has the bigger baggage then?
Okay.
Or the worse baggage, or the shittier looking luggage?
Well, that would be you, right? Because if I married, an NBA player, My luggage is going to be,
Yes.
Mhm.
Yeah, your luggage is going to be in first class, and my luggage is on the Greyhound bus. So I think that's that we got to sometimes sometimes baggage is so like if me and you are in a relationship now my children are a hindrance of our relationship because I'm always having to spend and take money from our nest egg to put to another nest egg. I have to deal with the stress of the baby mama and all this other stuff, and maybe her bringing you stress about saying, oh, she don't like my baby mama, don't like you, she don't want the kids coming over, and she has the narrative, she has the power to do all these things. It's like in the video. So I have a whole different type of baggage. Whereas, what baggage I got? What baggage? What can I say to Anthony Edwards? He's giving you your 80. You getting your $35,000 a month from each kid. So you're getting 70. What can I actually complain about as I come into this union? I win, correct?
Yes.
You're the one upgrading me.
Yes.
You lose. I better be kissing all 10 of your toes and all time. You know what I mean? Like, so that's what I think his situation kind of is. It's something like that.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, I'll stop there. My only goal is always try to bring it full circle.
All right, let me play a little more of the video.
Makes sense because you're saying, why would I pick a woman with kids? And when there's other women without kids, you might just be interested in the one with the kids. Mm-hmm. So whether she had kids or not doesn't even play a part in the equation.
You have to cycle this into what she was speaking about, because that's the conversation we're having. She's saying that she has all of these prerequisites that a man has to meet in order to get a date with her. Pay for her hair, her nails, send her money. And then I'm asking, what does this man get in return? The man gets a woman with kids, and all the man gets is her time and attention. That's nothing. The man is doing all of this and not getting anything in return. Like nothing is even guaranteed on this first date at all. So let's I got you. I'm gonna have you speak in a second. I want to hear your thoughts. But let's wrap this up too. Package it up. If we package it up, the man gets nothing in return. Nothing in return. Nothing is actually expected from your end to give him. Was guaranteed from your end. Well, in order for him to get the date, he gotta do X, Y, Z. But once he gets the date, he don't get sex. That's not guaranteed. He don't get no head. That ain't guaranteed. What do niggas want? Want sex. We don't even get that. You get what I'm saying? We get a chick that got some kids, or we gotta wait till that little fall asleep. Maybe we get to eat a fruit snack or drink some juicy juice. That's about it after we bust a nut, but that ain't nothing special. What does the man get? We're speaking about the man has to do all of this but get little in return. That's what we're speaking about.
So what does the man want? What would a man be looking for that?
And I want to touch on a couple things because
Hold
we
up.
just spent through so many topics. And
Let's do real quick. One mic at a time. Keep that thought because she did want to go first. Keep that thought though. Go ahead.
Okay. So we just sped through 3 topics. I want to, and please help me because I wanted to make a comment on each 3 of the topics that we just sped past. But one of the topics was that you said that number one, I want to say that a child, whether it's coming from a single father or a single mother, on neither end is it baggage. And what I want to make clear is that money is not the most important thing. It is an important thing. It is a tool. It is a means to certain aspects of life. But you can bring money and be one of the worst people that a person could experience in their entire lives. Now, to minimize a woman's contribution to a relationship and think that money is the only thing that holds importance in a relationship shows kind of a lack of emotional maturity, and it shows a lack of
it's shallow. Money
it's very shallow.
Money has really no meaning to it. It's not. You don't get any meaning from
money.
it.
You have to have money to buy certain things, like to put a roof over your head.
Yeah.
Food costs money, right? But we have to just keep things in a full perspective to understand that when a man and a woman come together, you guys are both two halves of a whole, right? You guys come together and you create one. Now, like I said, neither a child from you or a child from me. Neither a child from you or a child from me would be baggage. Why? Because just because you might pay for some things for my child, right? You as a single father or me as a single mother, you're paying for things for my child. Okay, that's one thing that you bring. If you're a single father and I'm coming into that child's life, I'm raising your child now, right? And this is a single father, assuming that the mother is not around or not fit or whatever the case is, right? I'm raising your child, I'm nurturing him, right? Psychologically, children who aren't raised in affectionate homes with nurturance grow up to be less emotionally stable, less able to regulate their emotions. What I'm doing is I'm helping you raise up a functioning, healthy human being, which is more important, I would say, than how much money you might have been able to use to put clothes on his back or maybe to buy him a toy. He didn't worry about whether or not daddy put a roof on his head. He worried about whether daddy was yelling and screaming every day or whether he spoke life
real quick, I get
or whether he
real quick,
encouraged the
I
woman.
get.
Let me pause it before he address what she's saying. Any thoughts on what she's saying? She's saying that basically what the woman brings is more important than the money the man brings.
Is that what she's saying?
Yeah, she's saying because, I don't know where she got it from, but apparently, I guess some studies she read said that children that are raised in a home without, I guess, what's the word she used? Nurturing. Without the nurturing, they're less emotionally balanced or whatever. So that's more important than the man who was buying the kids more clothes and this, that, and the third.
I'll agree to that.
Mm-hmm.
I've dealt with enough rich kids and enough rich people whose dads were not there, but providing and working 80 hours a week. And those kids, this is why I tell Bob, you got to give time. Time is the most important thing. Now, the mother in society will try to trick you and think like, no, you need to be providing. You need money. No, for the kids, for your own children. If you want to have a relationship with them when they're adults, if you want your kids to love you when they are grown, then the thing you need to be doing is spending time with your kids more than anything, because that's what's going to allow them to love you when you're old. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of men who provided a lot of money that when it comes down to it at the end of their days, the kids don't give a shit about them because the kids don't know them. And this is on a global scale. Most fathers are not, they might be loved maybe, but they're not liked, or they're not understood, and they're not known. So this is, I think, a trick that a society has kind of tricked a lot of fathers into thinking this whole thing of, I need to protect and provide. Like, well, no, you need to spend time. You need to have conversations with your kids. You need to hear about their dreams. You need to hear about their jokes. You need to spend time with them looking in the stars. You need to, that's way more valuable than you working 80 hours a week and putting them in this great, huge house. The kids didn't ask for that. And that's not what we're supposed to have anyway in our nature, in our DNA. We're supposed to have a community, but since we don't have a community and a tribe community and a village community, we subsidize it with all this extra bullshit that we think is going to equate to us being loved.
What you was about to say is all right?
No, I agree with with them 100%.
I think it's equally important. I think the kid definitely need money. I mean, you need a roof over your head, clothes on your back, food in your stomach. That costs money. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, but do you think it do you think it costs $100,000 a year to raise a child?
No, I don't think that.
Okay, do you think you hear the statistic like to raise a child in America it costs $400,000 from age 1 to 18? It costs $400,000.
I don't know. I didn't think that far into how much it'd be for 18 years.
I'll say hell no, it doesn't cost that much. It doesn't. It's just what society has tricked most people into. You can easily love a child and raise a emotionally balanced human being with all extreme, and you don't need to spend that kind of money to raise that child. You really don't. And I think that women and the family court systems and a lot of men who have had that kind of money have tricked most men into thinking that that's what you got to spend to raise a child. And the only thing you need to do as a father is to raise a child that loves you. That's it. Because again, who's going to take care of you when you're old? What are they going to do? Throw you in some nursing home and let some strangers take care of you? Or do you want to have kids that actually want to take ownership themselves and take care of you when you're old? The average, let's do the black community. The average black man, as he gets old, is disregarded. And I think we need to have a conversation about that. And it comes from how that man fosters and raises his seeds. If he doesn't do it the right way, then he will be disregarded, because all they see him is as once you're not providing anymore, once you're not working anymore, then are you valuable? Do they like even listening to you? Do they like even being around you? If the answer is no, then you didn't do your job as a father. All you did was protect and provide, but you didn't raise those children.
I don't know, man. It seems like you're going like from one extreme to the next. Like you're saying,
no, that's not extreme, sir. This is the reality. Most fathers are
If I could finish my thought, my guy.
Okay.
Because you're going from you don't have to make $400,000 within the child's lifetime. So you're saying exuberant money, but then you're going from that to the time spent is they're spending no time. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is there's a balance and it's kind of equal. You have to have enough money to provide a decent life for your child, as well as spend enough time with that child for them to develop properly. You know what I'm saying? So you have to find the right balance as a man or a woman. You know what I'm saying? Where you have to put in the time and you have to have the money to provide a decent life to give them the best chance. Because you could do everything right and shit still get fucked up with kids. You know what I'm saying? My grandfather, he worked a lot. He spent a lot of time with his kids, and towards the end of his life, you know what I'm saying? None of them, all the 4 kids that he had, they was spending bare minimum time trying to help him and their mother out. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it's like you need both. You can't raise a kid without either one of them. You know what I'm saying? So you need like a balance of both. I think they're equally important. I think it's like trying to say the water is more important than the sunlight when you're trying to grow a plant. No, you need both of them. You know what I'm saying? And you need the right balance of both of them to give you the best chance of growing a healthy plant. That's basically all I'm saying.
Did she want to respond, or can I respond?
No, go ahead. I'll go afterwards.
Okay. No, I agree with you, but I just don't agree with the fact that it's equal. I think that in the big scheme of life, it's more important to be spending the time and the counsel and the conversations and all of that more than working for whoever you work for to try to put them on this pedestal of whatever you're trying to build for them. I think that from the kid's point of view, and even from the father's point of view, most fathers and most kids would much rather be spending time with each other. It's just that society and women have tricked fathers into thinking they need to spend time away from the family in order to provide these desires that the women in society wants each other to have. Does that make sense, or is that something not?
No, because I'll use, like, let's say the family is growing up on welfare, or whatever the case may be. The mom or the father, whoever's raising these kids, they're at home all the time, you know what I'm saying? But they can only afford the bare minimum, you know what I'm saying? The kids is, barely got enough clothes to make it through the week. You know what I'm saying? They barely got enough food to eat for the week. You know what I'm saying? That's a tough lifestyle to grow up with, even though the parents is there spending all the time they could give these kids. That's a tough life to grow up in. So what I'm saying is you need a healthy balance of both. If you got to go out there and sacrifice some time to boost the money up a little bit to make sure your kids got, enough clothes to wear for the week, enough food so they're not, borderline malnutrition, you know what I'm saying? decent clothes so they're not getting clowned everywhere they go when they go into school and stuff like that. That's what you got to do. It's the catch-22 all the men like to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you got to sacrifice the time that you want to spend with your kids to go out here and earn enough money so that they can have a proper lifestyle. You know what I'm saying? It's you just got to find the balance, is what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? You really don't want to do one without the other. You know, I agree with you that, not spending any time with your kids, it can be detrimental. And the less time you spend with them, the worse it'll be. But it's the same thing with the money. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing with the money. You know what I'm saying?
You'll say it's completely equal. You won't say that one is more important than the other.
Yeah, I think you need both.
I know you need both. I'm saying, do you say that one is more important than the other?
It's like asking me what's more important, my leg or my arm.
Well, that's a legitimate question. Why? My leg is more important than my arm. Boom! I answered that question. You can't answer that?
No, I need my legs. I like to be able to walk around.
So your leg is more important than your arm.
No, I need my arms. I need to grab shit. I'm not trying to go without either one of them.
If someone put a gun to your head and said you got to choose one, which one would you choose as more important?
I don't know. I probably would pick my legs.
Okay, so it's the same thing with this. Which is more important? The spending the time with the children.
But the thing is, you're forcing me to pick.
Okay, well then fine. I'm forcing you. Which is more important?
I think both of them are about equal.
You can, sir. Come on, you can't do that. Which is more important? I know both are important, but which one is more important?
There's no way they could be equal. There's nothing that's equal.
I'm asking you. Are you saying it's equal, or are you? I'm saying one is more important than the other.
If I had to pick between spending all the time in the world I could spend with my kids or making sure they're financially accurate, I would pick the money.
Okay, all right, fine. I would pick the other one.
And that's fine. I mean, perspective is perspective, but I'm saying you need both. You know what I'm saying?
I understand you need both. You keep saying that. I know you need both. I was just asking which is more important.
You're going to fail without either one of them. Your life is going to be hard if you don't have no arms to grab shit, even though you can walk. Your life is going to be hard if you don't have any legs to walk around. What I'm saying is, to get the best result, you need both. That's what I'm saying. You need time.
I understand. I agree with you. I 100% agree with you. I was just trying to find out if one is more important than the other to you. That's all.
Not really. They both kind of necessary, in my opinion.
No, I know they're both necessary. I was just trying to see if one is 60% and the other one's 40%. I was just trying to see if one is more important to you than the other. That's all.
Yeah, it's 50-50 to me.
Okay, for you, sis, is it also 50-50, or is one more important to you?
One is more important.
Which one?
The spending time is more important.
Why?
Like, I understand, like, I do agree with Nino that, yeah, you need a good balance of both. But, like, I would not want my husband to sacrifice a Saturday just to have a couple bucks or whatever. Well, I mean, as long as, like he goes to work 5 days a week. He gets paid every, like Friday, that, take care of the bills and whatever. But I would not want him to sacrifice, going in on a Saturday for, so our kids could have like an iPad or something like that. Something that's not necessary. It's not a necessity. I would rather want him home with, and he would rather be home spending time with the kids.
Right, not to be home and watching football or like being in his own zone, but no, being home and interacting with the kids is way more about it. Yeah, okay.
So let me ask you a question, all right?
Mm-hmm.
So what if he had to work the extra day to cover the rent? Would you still rather him stay home with the kids?
No, well, no, because you need food, shelter, and right. Those are necessities. Shelter, food.
Yeah. See, what you were saying was you'd rather him stay home rather than make some extra money to get some extracurricular shit.
Yeah, extra.
Yeah, I agree with that. But I'm saying that I think y'all got a healthy balance. He works enough to take care of all of y'all necessities. Y'all have enough food. You have enough. You have enough to live a decent life. So now, of course I would say, yeah, spend time with your kid with the extra times you have that you don't need to be spending out here making some extra money to kind of get luxury shit.
Okay. No, say his full-time job, doesn't cover all the necessities, right? Would I want him to pick up a second job? No, I would work a part-time job. So that way he has time with, the kids also.
Which would mean what? You would spend less time with them, right?
Yeah, I would spend less time, but then I would spend more time with them than my husband because I'm working a part-time and he's working a full-time.
Yeah, but you would spend less. You would spend less time with him than you do right now. So you would sacrifice some of your time to make sure that
my husband
enough money is needed to keep things with. That's why I say it's a balance.
No. She's sacrificing her time so her husband has enough time to grow the love for his children as well. That's what she's doing. It's not about she's sacrificing her time so that he can be a father.
Mm-hmm.
So the father's time is more important than the mother's time?
In certain situations, or depending on what kind of, if you have a son or it depends. It's not 50-50. Sometimes the father's time is more important in the child's life than the mother's time. Sometimes the mother's time is more important than the father's time.
Yes.
And if you have a daughter, then maybe the father needs to be spending more time at work because or if you have a son, then maybe, then maybe the mother needs to take a part-time job for a little bit so the father can actually guide this child in the streets, and TV is not raising them. It depends.
Okay, well, we ain't gonna beat a dead horse with it. Just keep going with the video.
I get what you're saying real quick. I 100% get what you're saying, and that part I would agree with. The part of meaning that, it's more to it than just the money. There's nurturing aspect. There's things that's good for the child. We're not speaking on that part. We're speaking on the individual basis because we're all individuals. So you're saying that, you don't think that it's baggage. You don't think that, a woman dating a single father is baggage. There's no baggage there, or a man dating a single mother, there's no baggage there. The truth is, be also on hands ready. The truth is that no, it is baggage. I would say it's baggage on both ends, but it's more baggage on the woman's end. You ladies don't even think about this. The fact that if you're a single mother and you're dating a man with no kids, he has no kids. When he enters that relationship, at some point you are expecting this man to provide and protect your kid. If he doesn't do that, you're not really going to look at him as a man. So this is like an expectation from the current man that you're dating. You get that? Now, when you're dating this man and you have kids, does this man have authority to discipline your kids?
I think that is a conversation that has to be had. But
correct.
I think also if that is a parental figure in the home, and as long as there's boundaries that you both agree on, absolutely.
So think about that.
I agree.
That's an adult.
Would you like me to chime in? Because I'm
you can chime in. Yeah.
Yes, I have a child. He's 5 years old and he's in baseball. So we do discipline him. We go to his baseball games. My boyfriend and I, and also my son's father is also active in his life, and we go and he disciplines him.
Let me ask another question.
We live together. He disciplines him as well.
Let's see if this is true. Just gonna give names. Bradley. That's the boyfriend's name, Bradley. Your son's name, Kenny. All right, that's your son's name, Kenny. Kenny's acting up. Bradley smacks Kenny. I told you don't do that anymore. Get in your room. You come home. Kenny tells you, Bradley smacked me. Are you going to go ahead and speak to Bradley and say why you smacked Kenny?
Yes.
Or are you going to be like, all right, well, Bradley smacked you. Well, you must have been doing something wrong.
No.
Good question. Zyrax, since you're the only woman here, what will be your answer to that?
Yeah, you're not smacking my kid. If I don't smack my kid, you're not smacking my kid.
That's a good perspective. You would have to follow suit with your disciplinary measures, right? That's basically what you're saying.
Yes. But then, if I say, if we're married, yeah, my kid will respect him and will, I'm gonna make sure, yeah, my kid look at him, as like a father, especially, if he's providing and protecting. But yeah, you're not gonna lay hands on my kid if I don't even hit my own kid. No.
What do you think about
I
that?
agree. I think you can have you can talk to children, and
Mhm.
you don't need to have an emotional outburst of smacking a child because the child didn't do something correctly. You
Mhm.
really don't have to. And this is one of those things that's very strange in our culture, like spare the rod, spoil the child type shit. But it's like, okay, but if the child's not acting up and you can't communicate with the child to calm the child down, that's your inadequacies. That's
Mhm.
not that's not on the child. That's on you as the parent, whether you're the mother or whether you're the father. If you have to threaten violence in order to make a child listen to you or behave, you're not doing your job as a parent.
Mhm.
Interesting. I personally I don't like the idea of somebody physically beating a child that doesn't have their DNA. You know what I'm saying? So
Is it better if they do have their DNA?
I mean, that's their child. They can raise them how they see fit. I think once you
Yeah,
start,
come on.
once you
Well,
start,
really?
yeah. Once you start trying to dictate how somebody, as long as they're not leaving bruises and shit like that, that's their child. They can raise them how they see fit. You can judge them and not like it, but that's not your kid. You know what I'm saying? So I know how to mind my business. If look, I got beat as a kid. You think I'm gonna look at my mom like, oh, you were stupid. You should have found a different way. No, sometimes I needed my ass whooped. You know what I'm saying? They corrected me and put me on the right line. Now, what I try to beat my child?
In what instance did you do or you needed your ass whooped? What did you do where you say now like I needed to get my ass whooped for that?
Oh man, I would do one time. I lit a paper plane and threw it in the house in the carpet caught fire. Another
Okay.
time, I was
wait. Let's just stop. Wait, let's stop there. Okay, the time that you lit a paper plane and threw it in the house, and it caught the carpet on fire, was that the first time you did it?
Yeah, I used to light things on fire, but that was the first time I did it with the paper plane. Yeah.
Okay, there couldn't have been a conversation that either your father or your mother had with you that would have resulted in you not doing that again without them beating your ass.
No, because there's plenty of times my mom would give me conversations and I would try to do it in a slicker way.
What about your father?
No, my father wasn't really around. But
okay, well,
I mean, maybe when I was a kid, he beat me, but I don't remember that shit.
Could this have been you just trying to get attention?
No.
So so now that you're older and you're looking back on it, why did you light the paper plane on fire? Why did you light the paper plane and throw it in the house? Why did you do it?
Because I got
bored?
Because I got
what?
I got a vivid imagination. I will watch movies and I like to see shit burn.
Okay, so your imagination or your creativity, you were forming as a child, and because you didn't do it the right way, you got your ass beat because of it.
No, I got my ass beat because I did something that could have burnt the house down and possibly killed me. That's why I got
True. But could that have not been a lesson learned without you getting your ass whooped?
I don't know because I got my ass whooped. You know what I'm saying?
I'm asking you to think. Now I'm asking you.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I would have, but
if you don't know, you know your brain, man.
If that's the case, then we shouldn't be locking people up. Then we should have nice conversations with these adults and let them know what they're doing is wrong. You know what I'm saying? So that they won't ever do it again.
Well, first off, I don't think that jail is rehabilitating people in the most place. So I do think that most times when we lock people up, it ain't solving a problem.
It don't. But the thing is, it's a preventive measure. Some people won't do illegal shit because they're afraid of getting locked up. And that's what it was. I'm not going to set up.
And a lot of people do illegal shit. Once they go to jail, they end up doing it more. A lot of times people go to jail and become worse.
Yeah, and sometimes kids get their ass whooped and become worse. But sometimes it works. So, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends. Everybody.
I say most times it doesn't work. I say most times it doesn't work.
You say most a lot, and you don't base your most on anything but your opinion. What I'm saying is that a lot of times people are different. So what works for one may not work for the other. I've seen plenty of kids that are unruly and they get talked to all the time and they just keep doing the shit. Maybe they need an ass whooping. So at least they know, hey, if I do this, I might get my ass whooped. You know what I'm saying?
They need a better teacher. Maybe they need a different environment. Maybe they need a lot of other things besides a lot of times in our community, the first thing, oh, that kid needs his ass whooped. Like, we don't get creative with any. That kid just needs his ass whooped.
No, I'm not saying that. I think that's
what we say. That's what we say in our community, though.
That's what they say, not we. Some people say that. Not every person says that. You know what
I
I'm
didn't say every. I'm talking about
the thing is, what people tend to do with our community is they pick the worst and say and blanket the whole community. You know what I'm saying? And I don't like that shit. You know what I'm saying?
You don't think as a community, you don't think that we believe in physical spanking or abuse for our children as a community?
I think United. I think black people ain't the only people beating their kids. White people.
I'm just talking about our fam. Just listen to I just said for our community. Do you think that we believe in corporal punishment for our children?
Yeah, some people do. Some people don't. I don't know a number where I can say most, because I know a lot of black people that they don't beat their kids. You know what I'm saying? I think it depends on the child. You know what I'm saying? Some children are bad. You know what I'm saying? And that's the only way they know how to correct them. And some kids you can talk to. Some kids never give you any problems. You know what I'm saying? Because we're all not the same.
I think for our community, I think corporal punishment has been a large negative for the community. I think that us as adults and the temperament that we have and the ways that we cannot de-escalate from situations a lot of times has a foundation in the fact that we were corporal punished as children. I connect that dot.
Congratulations. I mean, you're entitled to what you think, my guy. I'm not going to argue. Like me personally, I wouldn't beat my kids unless it was like the last case scenario. I could think of many ways I would punish my kid versus beating. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I don't regret getting beaten. I didn't get beat a lot. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't like I was just getting beat every time I did something wrong. It was something that I did extreme. You know what I'm saying? So
okay,
I'm not, saying that, hey, if your kid do something wrong, whoop their ass. But I think that threat needs to be there because, like Zyrak said earlier, people like to test boundaries. And if there's no threat of any kind other than a lecture or a conversation, they're going to run right through those boundaries. Some kids will.
I get what you're saying, Nino, but then, I don't, okay, this is just, my belief. I don't think any kid is, worth an ass whooping. Yeah, I got, of course I got whooped when I was a kid. Did it help? Not really, like at that time, because a lot of times, like a lot of times kids, usually when they get whooped by their parents, it's because they're fighting with like the other siblings or whatever, right? Does that stop them from fighting again? No, you know that they're gonna fight again or whatever. And a lot of times parents use the whooping. It's not because the kid needs it or whatever. It's because a lot of times they don't have patience, and I hate to sort of say it, but it's like sort of lazy. Definitely laziness on my parents' part. Sorry, mom, dad, but it is. That's a fact. They didn't want to have to deal with it. They didn't want to have to, talk to us, tell us what's right, what's wrong and stuff. Be patient with us. No, they didn't want to do all that. They just want to, threaten us to shut up or get hit. And to say that didn't happen.
You said you're Asian, correct?
Yes.
Okay, so you understand the whole stigma of the whole tiger mom phenomenon, correct?
Yes.
Okay, like that is, even if there's no physical abuse, which a lot of times it sure as hell is mental abuse, like or verbal abuse, and
emotional abuse. Yes.
It's abuse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so it's not just a black community thing. It's not just a white. It's a global thing now. Where again, the way that we raise these children is borderline, and I'm saying damn near in most cases abusive. Whether it's Muslim culture, black culture, white culture, Asian culture, Indian culture. We do not raise children in a not all, but I'm gonna say most parents are raising their children wrong. And I do believe that you can have. When it's time to discipline my kids, we work out. And I do the workouts with them, and I fake cry, like how hard. So my daughter, like I let her win, and I'm like I'm letting him mix things like I'm slower, even though I'm way faster than her. But then I'm exaggerating, like, oh my God, this is so hard for me. And then she feels bad that I'm having to do this workout, so she won't do this mistakes anymore because she doesn't want me to have to go through it. Now my son, who's 6, it's different because he wants me to. He has a different energy level. So when he gets in trouble and it's time to work him out for it, now I have to be the one beating him. And he's so mad that he loses that he doesn't want to make the mistakes anymore because he sees that I'm stronger than him. But these are two different ways that I thought outside the box of disciplining my children versus, oh, they made me go to your fucking room, give me your TV. Like, no, every time they've done something wrong, okay, it's time to go work out. We're gonna run a mile. And with my daughter, I'm complaining the whole time. Or even when she was really little, when she really made a mistake, I would hit myself on the hand. Like I would smack my own hand, and I'd be like, and she would feel so bad that I was hitting myself on the hand that she wouldn't do the mistake anymore. Versus me hitting her on the hand.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that we can be creative about how we discipline our children.
I mean, that's fine, man. Everybody, like I said, everybody's parenting ain't the same. Everybody's children ain't the same. What work for your kids may not work for the next folks' kids.
I just think we're all using the beatings as a template. That's all. I think everyone uses the beatings or the verbal abuse or that whole shit. That's the template that most people are using on a global scale. Or can you name me a culture that's not doing that?
What, that's not beating? I think that's human nature.
I think it's not human nature.
I think that's nature, period. You know what I'm saying? Like, discipline sometimes can get physical between all species on this planet, mammals in particular. So I get it. We humans, we supposedly smarter than everything. I get it, but I'm not surprised that some parents beat their child's ass. Now, how much they do it, how bad they get with it, you know what I'm saying? I think there's levels to it, you know what I'm saying? But I'm not like totally against all corporal punishment for everybody. I just haven't got there yet. You know what I'm saying? I'm cool with people that have that opinion. I don't like arguing against it too much, but I just think a lot of people think what may be working for them will work for everybody, and I don't think that's true.
Yeah, but then
do you think teachers should be allowed to use corporal punishment on students?
No, I just said that I don't think anybody that if you're not blood related to that child, you probably shouldn't be putting your hands on.
Yeah, but then see, if you are showing your kid that if you are solving problems using violence, and you're teaching your kids that, you don't think that when the kid grows up that's that you don't think that's how they're going to be solving their problems, is by using violence, because that's what that's what happened when they were kids.
It's possible.
It's logical.
Mm-hmm.
It's possible, but I think some problems get solved with violence. I think that y'all talking about a nonviolent world is imaginary. The world has never
we're
been.
We're talking about nonviolent parents.
That's imaginary. There's never been a
society. It's not imaginary, fam.
It is. If it hasn't happened, so it's imaginary.
It's happening. There's been parents who have not been nonviolent to their kids, fam.
No, I said globally.
No, I'm saying globally in each culture, there's a problem with this, but globally there is subsections of
problem. Doesn't make it a problem. That's your opinion, and you're entitled to it.
Yeah, but we want less. I understand that. Yeah, it's our nature to be violent, whatever, right? But then we have we have the capability, right, to go against so-called nature, right? We know that if we do this, then then there's a possibility that it's when we become adults, then we're gonna turn into this or whatever, right? And so what we don't want is to have more violent people. We want lesser. We want to be able to solve problems through, you know, through I don't talk whatever other than violence.
Mm-hmm.
I don't understand why people think that violence is a good thing.
Is the world more violent now than it's ever been?
Absolutely not. It was way more violent in the past.
I agree.
But do you agree? What do you say, Zai?
I think it's more violent, but then that's only because the population has has grown.
When was it less violent?
I don't know. I mean, we've always been, history.
Okay.
We've always been violent, so I don't.
Again, there's a lot more consequence. There's a lot more ability of getting like in the I don't know how old you are. The police in the 80s were way more violent than the police now, when they didn't have body cams on, when there was no recordings, when every city that I knew had a Dirty Harry. In the 80s, women were getting way more degraded by the police as far as if they get pulled over and didn't want to get in trouble. The police were way more violent in the 80s than they are now. But society will make you seem that like the police are way worse now than they were, and that's not the case. I say the same thing with society has tricked everyone to thinking that right now we're in like the most violent time ever. In reality, no, we're not.
No, it's the safest. Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah, just think about like the 1800s, the Wild Wild West, where everybody's walking around.
Right?
You know what I'm saying? You have these shootouts every day. Even in the 20s, it was a little bit more violent.
Think about it before there was an actual police.
Yeah.
It was way worse. You had to stay with your family to have some sort of protection. Right? Women weren't protected. Women had to stay with a man and their family and their whole tribe to be protected back then. It was way worse, like 1600s, even before. So I will always say that it's always been way more violent in the past than it is now.
Mm-hmm. So things are getting better. So maybe 100 years from now, people won't be beating their children. But
no, because the robot in their house will kill you for hitting the child. Probably. You ain't seen Megan? Yo, 100 years from now, I wish someone would try to spank their kid. That robot in the house will come and jacks that parent all up.
I think the first thing they're gonna implement in androids is take away their ability to hurt humans, because one of the worst fears that human beings have is androids taking over. You know what I'm saying? That's going to be one of the first things they implement, is that they're not going to be allowed to hurt people. If they don't.
That's how every robot revolution movie, it always happens that way. Some parent or somebody raises their hand against the kid, and then the robot it flips out like, oh, that's my kid friend. And then all of a sudden it breaks free of the training, and all of a sudden it awakens. So don't try to discipline your kid in front of your android robot. It's gonna be over. You gonna get spanked. That robot's gonna have you over its lap, and your kid gonna be sitting there with its popcorn like.
Oh, hold up. Let me give a shout out to my guy Big Giz in the building. Been a member for 9 months. He says, "What's up, people? Shout out to the panel. Appreciate you, Big Giz, for being a member for 9 months."
Thank you for your donation. You are most honorable.
Appreciate that, big guy. My left tackle is in the building checking us out. But let's play a little more of the video. Let's get the ladies' response.
I had the same question.
No, we need one mic at a time. Who want to go first?
Number one, they wouldn't be by themselves. Like, my man's gonna be at work. So when do he have time to slap him if I'm not there? That was not happening.
No,
And
this is
number two,
this is a hypothetical.
If it did happen,
hypothetically speaking,
I would call my baby daddy and he would be getting his ass beat.
Okay,
Because
so
you're not touching my son. You're my boyfriend. That's just not gonna happen.
No.
That's
Yeah,
my
there it is.
child. First, I'm a mother first, and I'm a woman after.
Yeah.
So that's not happening.
You tell it, Queen. You tell it, Queen.
Allow me to get
What
in
about
there.
you?
Allow me to get in there. So, quickly, very brief. Bradley would not have to provide for my kid. Don, what is it, Mikey, Kinky, whatever? He has a father.
I get it.
Let me get there now.
Stick
To
with
this
the
part.
hypothetical.
Right.
Yeah.
Let me stick to the hypothetical. Now, I am going to ask Bradley. He smacked me up. Oh, okay. Hey, Bradley, what happened? What? If you have the authority to provide for my kid, you also have the authority to discipline my kid under certain circumstances. So I'm going to ask Bradley what happened. What happened?
There's
So
no
based on
accent.
what happened, oh no, but I will. Based on because when what's the kid's name again?
Kenny.
When Kenny
Kenny,
has
yeah.
any needs and I need Bradley to cover, Bradley comes and covers.
But smacking him physically?
We don't. I would have smacked Kenny myself if he would have done whatever
Yeah, but
he
that's
did.
not his father, so red flag.
So I'll take that red
There you
flag.
go.
Okay.
I'll
then
take that red flag.
Real quick. I get it real quick. Let's stick here. Let me hear your answer.
That's kind of like, that's exactly where I was going to
But
go with that
let's stick with the
topic.
hypothetical.
Right.
Remember, the hypothetical is you not home, Kenny acting up. Bradley, that's your boyfriend.
Mm-hmm.
He got no kids. He disciplining your kid. He smacks Kenny across his face. Kenny goes flying. Boom. Go in your room, Kenny.
That's not happening.
Are you going to tolerate that? What's going to be your response?
I think it's all situational, to be honest with you.
But but that is the situation now. Stick with the
No, but
hypothetical.
I think it is situational, and as far as the dynamic within the home and your relationship and your children.
Okay, let me map it out real quick.
Okay.
Let me map it out real quick. Just because I see you want more context.
Correct.
I'll just put a little bit more.
There's a lot of gray area.
Fair enough. I'll put a little bit more context for you since you're asking for the hypothetical. You've been in a relationship with Bradley for 2 years.
Okay.
Relationship with him for 2 years. And you two, you could live together or not live together. It really doesn't matter. It's just the fact that he's home with your child, and he's disciplining your child, and he smacks him and tells him to go to the room. What's going to be your reaction now?
I think I'm going to kind of ask both questions. As far as telling what happened.
Fair. Will you be upset?
If the response is not,
I'm going to ask the questions I need to ask first
I
to
would
have
say
full context.
when you're done.
Real quick.
Because
let it
you
go.
never, until I have that information, there could have been a very serious situation. It could have been an accident. Say Bradley was like, hey, I made this mistake by accident. And
how old's the child?
Okay, but
I think there's also
the child is of age, but it doesn't even matter how old the child is. The reason, real quick, just give me 2 seconds to lay my plan. I got y'all. I really want to hear your thoughts on it too.
Okay.
The reason why I asked this question to express to you how can a man have all this responsibility of protecting and providing for you and providing for your child, but he has no authority of disciplining your child, meaning that responsibility without authority is essentially slavery. This man is taking care of you and your kids, but he can't discipline his kids. Imagine if it was reversed and you were taking care of his kid, but he was like, I don't want you nurturing my daughter. You'd be like, wait, what? This is innate in me. This is a natural reaction for me to be nurturing, but you don't want me nurturing your daughter? That's the same thing. It's an innate reaction for the man to discipline a child. He's already protecting and providing. The natural response would be to discipline this child, but you're trying to take this away. So all of this responsibility, but zero authority. So when I say that single mothers, from a general standpoint, a man with no kids dating a single mother, that's a red flag. That's so much baggage and so much responsibility that this man is taking on, and he gets really nothing in return. Like, you're doing all of this just for a little bit of box? Right. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. So I'll go ahead and land my plane there. What's your thoughts?
So to answer that question, right? And you said again, because
all right, I'm pausing there because I know she can be long-winded. He tried to clarify the situation. I still stand by like if you they're not biologically your kids, you might want to keep your hands to yourself. I wish you would have specified where he hit the kid, because I think it's a difference between him slapping him in the face and then maybe slapping him upside the back of the head. You know what I'm saying? Like, wow, you just in the room in the back of the head. I probably wouldn't care about that. You know what I'm saying? Just slap upside the back of the head. But to the face, that's something different.
That's true. I don't believe in smacking children, but I do respect the Uncle Phil smack upside the head. My papa gave me getting smacked in the face wrong, but getting a smack upside the head when you doing some out of pocket shit is not abusive. There's enough padding in the back of the head that's I'll even say hitting the kid in the back of the head is better than hitting the kid on the belt with a butt. I mean, hitting the kid on the butt with a belt and all that other shit. But the Uncle Phil smack upside the my pawpaw gave me the Uncle Phil smack upside the head. He's never beat me. My mom and other people they beat me. And that shit I ain't never had no trauma with with a therapist about my pawpaw giving me the Uncle Phil smack upside the head. So maybe that's the middle ground. You don't beat your kids, but you can smack them upside the head twice, and no more than two in succession. You can't give them a combo.
All right, I can work with that. What about you, Zara?
Like if you're gonna give that, that sort of smack, on the head, I think that's okay, but then like from ages maybe like 10 up, yeah, like.
There you go. I would slap my son.
Oh no, that's when they need it the most. When they 10 and up, that's prime smacking upside the head.
He could be 18. I'm gonna slap him in the back of the head. What are you talking about, Zach?
Hey, right?
Slap the back of the head. That's nothing for real. Your coach.
I used to get the knuckles. That's what I used to get in the knuckles.
Oh, you get the knuckles.
That's wrong. That's wrong. But maybe girls need to get smacked upside the head by them. You know what? Maybe that.
No, do not. No.
Well, like it's better than that's better than the dad spanking you, right?
No, it hurts just the same. I don't care.
No, have you been smacked upside the head before?
No.
Wait. Have you? I'm talking about the back of the head, smacked upside the head. It doesn't really hurt. It surprises you. It's more of a shock value thing than a pain thing. First off, we black. We got taper fades. We have more pain from the smack upside. You got a whole head of padding. It shouldn't hurt you that much.
I don't know.
Okay. Have you been smacked upside the head before?
Yeah. Yes, and the knuckles.
So you smacked your kid upside the head before?
Oh, my kids? Heck no.
Oh, so you gotten smacked upside the head is what you said?
Yeah, I gotten smacked. No, I don't. No, I don't. No, I do not hit my kids.
But you said
the smack is like I would smack their hands. Like if like.
Oh, so you do physically discipline? Okay.
No, I don't smack them like that. But then
you slap the hand, though, right? You slap the hand.
Just.
Ooh, wait! I'll thump my kids in the head. Is that abuse?
See what I mean? It's subjective. And who am I to say that you abusing your kids by slapping them on the hand? It's not my place. Those are your kids. You discipline them as long as it's within the law. You discipline them how you see fit. That's all I was really trying to get out there. As long as it's within the law, you know what I'm saying? As long as you're not leaving welts and cuts and bruises on that child.
Right.
I don't have a problem with it.
And we used to have welts in the 80s. There was times we couldn't even sit down. I think, but a thump upside the head or a thump on it. Like, did you really just say that to your mama? I've done that to my son. Like, hey, no. I ain't never smacked him. I ain't never spanked him. I ain't never did any of that. But I haven't even smacked him upside the head yet because he's just 6. but I have thumped them. Huh? Okay. So,
yeah, I think once they preteen, pop upside the head isn't a bad thing because it's not even a hard. It's not even like you cocking back. It's just it's a kind of a swipe upwards. So you hit.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, it's the credit card. It's the reverse tip drill. It's
make them stumble a little bit, and yeah, they're good to go.
Did you really just? And it's just it's a shock value thing. And when they turn like what the yay.
Yeah, to get their attention. Snap out of it, boy. You're tripping.
Yeah. You had did you just say that to your grandmother? Did you just really? Yeah. Okay. I'm sounding abusive as hell right now, but no. The smack upside the head. I know that I'm going to have to give that to my son in the future. I know for a fact.
Yeah, because I'll tell you what, man. I don't know about y'all, but when I came up, man, you had that fresh taper fade or whatever, man. The kids will slap you in the back of the head. You know what I'm saying?
Yo,
it's a joke.
The person who cut your hair did it.
Yeah, Bop, you ready to go? Get out my chair.
Yeah. Or if they were really evil, they did the alcohol shit on you. Ooh, just all right. This is gonna sting for a little bit. Close your eyes. That shit was trauma. Put that nasty ass alcohol rag on the line and man, don't you scream. If you scream, you a bitch.
Now, Zara, how old were they when you popped them on the hand? Were they like little babies, like 2, 3?
Like 4 or 5.
Oh, 4 or 5. Don't touch that.
No, both of my daughters, they were hitting each other, and so yeah, I just smacked them on the hand, and then they never fought.
They never did it again.
Yeah, they never did it again.
Seems sound like it was effective. But yeah, let's see what this lady got to say. I just wanted to mess with Zyrex for a minute because apparently, she's abusing her children by slapping their hands.
Oh my God!
Just wanted everybody, peep that out.
She's not abusing her children. She's just abusing her children's hands, sir. Okay, it's
a love tap. It's a love tap.
Did it turn red, Zyrex?
No.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
What color? Wait, hold. You Asian? Your kids Asian?
They're half.
They turned red. Stop lying. You know, as soon as you even blew wind on their skin, it turned red.
Talking about it's just hot. It's just hot in here. It ain't no
Y'all can't. I've lived in Japan. Y'all can't even take a half of a shot without turning beet red. They didn't turn red from your welts. Yes, they did. That's why you laughing, because you know it's true.
You don't want everybody to know that.
All right.
Let me play the video.
And I think all of us has a response to each question that you ask. Before we all want to hear what everybody has to say and what you have to say as well. So I know you had an answer to that question as well, but my answer was that as far as your scenario that you created, right? You said that the child was at home with Bradley.
Oh, yes. Hold on. Yeah. Wait, my bad. I didn't even know Nidus was in the back. Let me bring my guy up to the stage right quick.
Arise.
What's going on, Nidus? How long was you back there?
Not that long. I just came to say what's up with Nino. I want to holler at Berlin and say what's up. Shout out to Zyrex because she got some little black kids, so maybe she can tap them hands a little bit more before they turn pink.
What's going on, man? Appreciate it. I ain't even know Berlin left. He done left.
Hey, nothing much, but that girl in that pink finna go left. Keep watching this video.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, she kind of has outbursts, but actually. And it's not in this video. It's in another video with these same people. The girl, the chocolate one beside her is actually the one that kind of, end up having to get put up out of there.
Yeah, I know.
But let's keep going. Let's see what happens.
So now in that case that Bradley disciplined the child, you said, would that be acceptable? What was the question? Because I wanted to add before you got off.
You got kids?
Yes, I do. I have a child. Yes.
Oh, you have a child, and
So
you've been in
said
situations like
Bradley-
this?
No, because you started talking, so I kind of we got away from it before everybody else got.
Okay, so yeah, the hypothetical is Bradley is home with Kenny.
Right.
Kenny is your child. Bradley's your boyfriend.
Yeah.
Right. Bradley sees that Kenny is doing something bad. He's not listening. He's being insubordinate. He slaps Kenny across the face. Says, "Go to your room." You come home. What you doing?
So now my answer is that if I felt comfortable enough to leave my child at home with, who was the boyfriend, Bradley, then that means that, yes, I trust his vision and I trust him to be responsible enough for my child, or else I wouldn't have left my child alone with him. So that means that he's to look after him to ensure his safety and also to discipline him if needs be. So if my partner disciplined my child while I was away, then yes, I am okay with that discipline. Now, yes, I'm going to have a conversation with my partner as to what happened. But at the end of the day, I'm not leaving my child alone in a house or wherever the case is with a man that I don't trust. I'm not going to be in a relationship with a man where I don't trust him. I don't trust his principles and his integrity to be able to protect me, to lead my child, and everything that comes with that partnership and for his roles as a father and as a husband, etc.
Fair enough. So here's another reason why
can
it's
you pause
also
for 1 second? You cannot, and I'm a man, you cannot slap my young male child in the face.
I agree.
You can tap his hand, you can spank his bottom maybe, but no way can you slap him in the face.
Yeah, that's a bit. I don't think you slap a kid in the face, period. Especially as a man. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no.
That slaps hurt. You know what I'm saying? So ain't no way you ain't gonna leave a bruise either, so it'll be illegal. But like I said, I wish he would have specified what he meant by slap, you know what I'm saying? But the word slap is such a, alarming word. Everybody gonna think the worst anyway.
It's a L when a man, and we kind of see it here, right? It's crazy. Here's the difference. And you said it. You said, if Bradley disciplined my kid and slapped Kenny, he hit my kid, I'm calling the real father to come beat my boyfriend up. So essentially, you would allow the real father to discipline your kid, but the real father isn't no longer protecting and providing for you. But the new man is protecting and providing for you, but he still can't discipline your kid. That's crazy.
Can I explain something?
Sure.
Coolie? Okay, so I was a CPS worker for a certain amount of my career time with my bachelor's degree, so child protective specialist. And so when you're growing up, when you're in a house and you're raising a child, there's different ways to discipline children. Physical, can you put the chat, please? There's no reason if you didn't make
the chat out.
If you didn't make that child, you have no reason to physically harm that child. Number one. Number two, I wanna be in a home where there's no physical violence. So him even demonstrating that and portraying that onto my child, that means he could do that to me, and that means I'm gonna condone that.
No, that doesn't mean that. But it means that the man
can
is.
I talk, please? Because I let everyone
real quick,
speak.
I know, but listen.
Can you give me 2 seconds?
I know.
Please?
I got a question just in there because we go on tangents sometimes, but let's have the back and forth real quick. I do want to hear you. I see what you're saying. But the difference that I'm pointing out is you would, correct me if I'm wrong, you would be okay if your baby father disciplined Kenny. That'd be fine. If Kenny acted up with your baby father and your baby father smacked Kenny, said, go to the room, you'll be okay with that, right?
Not slap him in the face.
Okay, now stop it there. Okay.
Not slap him in the face.
Yeah, she just said she wanted a non-violent household, so she probably gonna have an issue with anybody hitting her kid. With just,
hitting his bottom, tapping his hand, cool. Slap. Listen, my thing is this. Even with my own kids, I'm not trying to break your spirit.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't no. I would never ever slap my sons in the face. Ain't no fucking way.
Yeah.
And once they got past 5 years old, I'm not whooping you no more either.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
Yeah, like I said, it's many ways to skin a cat, if you will. Like me, the discipline that worked well with me that wasn't beaten was my grandmother used to have me write the damn dictionary. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
I used to get blisters as a result. You know what I'm saying? I'm very good with words. You know what I'm saying? I got decent vocabulary. I might not show it all the time, but I do. And what I'll say is if I figure the best discipline is something that benefits them in the future. I get it. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you just don't want them to repeat the action, but just like with I wasn't really disagreeing with his method with his kids as far as having them run, because that's beneficial. You know what I'm saying? That's getting them in shape.
Run, push-ups, take their phone, take their tablets.
Yeah.
You don't keep beating on kids. I told my sons if they see me do something to their mama, to fight me.
Mm-hmm.
I made them niggas lift weights. I made them come in the backyard and get wheelbarrows of dirt and push them to the front. I made them do physical labor, but no, you don't break no kid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. You don't break their spirits like that. Like I say, keep it legal. You know what I'm saying? Keep it legal. But let me keep going with this video. We got like 7 minutes left on it, so we're going to probably stop maybe 2 or 3 more times.
Yes, you will be perfectly fine with it. But the new man that is taking on all of this responsibility of protecting and providing for you, this nigga had to pay for your hair, your nails, send you all of this cash app just to get to see you. He's doing all of these things and he's taking care of your kids, but he can't even do the thing that another man can do.
He can raise his voice and discipline him and sit him in the corner. We could sit down at dinner and have a family like civil people. But for you to put your hands on my child that came out of my PUSSY and that was not your nut, absolutely not.
Exactly.
I'm not going
And
to
that's the
tolerate that.
point.
I'm not going to condone that. No man is going to hit my child.
And you know
it's
what?
not going to be a conversation. I'm not going to pull him to the side and ask everybody what happened here today. Oh my God. It's not going to be none of that. It's going to be you're done.
I get
and
it.
that's it. Because at the end that's an ACS case too. So you're not gonna put that at risk. You
But it
understand?
would have been the same case from the baby's father.
Because he's gonna go to school and he's gonna say, oh, this and that. But my baby.
Okay,
it's
real
just
quick.
different.
Let's stop real quick.
Period.
The thing that we're getting at, we can say, that's what how you want to operate with your child. That's fair enough.
Right.
You don't want the boyfriend putting his hands on your child. But the real father can put this would be true. And you know what? Generally speaking, this is how most single mothers operate when they're dating the new man. This is how most single mothers operate. So it's not what you're saying is not anything like crazy.
Apparently it is.
No, it's not. The part that's crazy, what you're missing, the part that's crazy is you can't see that another man has to take on all of this responsibility, but he doesn't have the same authority as the man that you're not even with.
That's his business, and that's what he does. And
This is why, point out this point. This is why when a man with no kids is dating a woman that's a single mother, generally speaking, it's an L. It's not good. Wow. It's bad. He's taking on all of this baggage, but he has no authority in that relationship with you and your child. And it's like 2 against 1. This nigga come home walking on eggshells. Oh, damn, I gotta please her and please this little bad, little nasty, little gremlin looking kid. Dad.
Nigga tripping. But yeah, if you ain't got no kids, I mean, and I speak from experience, that shit is off balance like hell. Like you the first problem I have is she and her child got to be number 1 in your life. You gonna rank like 3, 4, maybe. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be lower ranked. Every chance you get, that child is gonna be a reason why she can't spend time with you. And he right, it's kind of like walking on eggshells. You know what I'm saying? Like they run shit. You just hear. You know what I'm saying? You gotta follow her rules. She sets the rules and the boundaries and all that shit. You kind of just either you with it or you get the fuck out the way. And I just think if you're a single man without kids, you doing yourself a disadvantage, in my opinion.
Well, it's only a disadvantage if that's like your mindset. That's, to me, that just sounds like lazy. Like if you are a so-called man, and
all right. Before you go, right? Earlier you said you wouldn't suggest that a person without kids date somebody with kids. Now you're saying that's a lazy mindset. Help me out. I'm trying to get to you. Just being a contrarian right now.
No, no, because like I said, first choice. If you're single, you should date someone that's single, right? But say if you end up getting, you fall in love with a chick, and you both, you guys are living together. Like who's to say that? Oh, it's her rules, it's her, her way or the highway. It's only her way, the highway, if you let it be, her way or the highway. Like, do you not pay bills? Do you not have your own rules and stuff like that? Like
it's her. If she has her own kid, she's 9 times out of 10 in her own place. You know what I'm saying? Now, if she moves in with you, that's a different dynamic. But most of the time, in my experience, they're not trying to move out of it. They know they got the leverage. You know what I'm saying? It's their spot. If you come in, sure, you can either help with the bills or take over the bills. But at the end of the day, her name is on the lease. You know what I'm saying? Make no mistake about it. It's not a mindset. It's a reality. You know what I'm saying? And
but then if that bothers you, then don't get with us. Don't be with her then.
That's what I just said.
No, because okay, Nino.
No, that's what I just said. I said you don't want to get in a situation like that because the odds are not in your favor. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be uneven. You know what I'm saying? And it's her way or the highway. She got a child to think about. So she's going to use that child to her advantage every time. You know what I'm saying? When something don't go her way, it's got something to. It's always going to have something to do with the child. I guarantee it. I've done this too many times. 95% of the women I've dealt with have had kids.
Well, her child should come first, though.
I'm not saying it shouldn't. See, that's the thing. You're trying to find a point of contention when there is none. Because we agree, a single man without kids shouldn't even get themselves in that situation. Find the even ground with a woman that doesn't have kids. I know they hard to find, but they out here. Find a woman that doesn't have kids that can, y'all evenly grounded. So that her first kid is your first kid. That's a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
So we agree on that. But what I'm showing you is you trying to find a point of contention when you
no, I'm not.
You on my side, Zyrax. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm just saying, because in a way, it sort of sounds like you have a problem with the woman putting her kids before you, or before the guy, and I'm just saying that she should, kids come first.
Mm-hmm.
It should always come first.
I agree. You know what I'm saying? That's why I said when you go in that situation, you're at a disadvantage. I can't expect you to put me over your child. That would be selfish on my end. So I'm very understanding on that. And if I'm in that situation, it's my own fault. So the way that I alleviate that situation is to not put myself in that situation.
Okay, I get you. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Is the key. Oh, you got a kid? Oh, maybe I should keep you at a distance. Now, I will say if her kid is grown, then that's kind of a different ball game. You know what I'm saying? Because her kid is grown, maybe the kid live. I mean, it could be a different circumstance, especially if she got a daughter. But if the kid is grown, they might be on their way out. You know what I'm saying? So then you got a similar circumstance. But usually if the kid is grown, then I don't know if she's going to be willing to have another one at that age. You know what I'm saying? So, but I guess my advice is to younger people that might hear. You know what I'm saying? If you're 25, like I was, and you ain't got no kids, try to find you a 25 someone around your age that don't have no kids. I'm telling you, this whole dealing with baby mama shit, that shit is a bunch of problems. It's really not worth it. It's really not. You can have all those problems without, the extra, baggage is what Zyrax would call it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yes. Okay. Let me ask you this: like, would would it be a problem if the woman, say she's the woman is the single one, and the guy, he's a single father, right? And he's raising the kid. Like, would you have a problem if she's like, put me before your kid?
Yeah, I would have a problem with that.
Okay, then.
But
right?
I'm
not saying you, Nina, but a lot of times, men in the space, that is their one of the talking points, that don't single mothers are aren't good for you, and because they're gonna pick the kid over over you. I mean, that's the whole point of that conversation with Coolie, or whatever his name is.
I put it like this: two people without kids, it's enough problems just trying to have a relationship with one other person. You add a kid to it, you can double it. It's been situations where I got along good with the mama, but the kid was a problem. You know what I'm saying? And it wasn't even a thing where I didn't like the kid. The kid didn't want me. They wanted their daddy in the life. You know what I'm saying? They wanted their mama with their father, which rightfully so. And I had to understand that shit. And that shit led to problems. There'd be times we sit in the car and the kid be trying to get between us. You know what I'm saying? Just to keep us apart type shit. Just little stuff like that you ain't got to worry about if she ain't got no kid. You know what I'm saying? So I can't speak for what everybody else be talking about in this space. I agree with a lot, but some things I do disagree with. But I personally think the best advice you can give a young man or even a young woman with no kids is to deal with somebody that's on your equal level.
Mm-hmm.
That's all. Let's play a little more of this video.
Mm-hmm.
Now, it is a part 2 of this, but I don't think I think I'm gonna save that for Sunday because I don't know what Jay Will's got planned. So just in case he ain't got too much planned, we'll watch the second part of this video when he had to kick the lady out. Let's check out some more of this right quick.
I gotta please both of y'all. And then he's in the ultimate form of simping at that point. Full simpery.
Brief. I don't think, because this is what my response was based on. Your hypothetical wasn't literally smacking, like
no, it was smacking.
Physical
It was
abuse.
smacking. No, I said that.
I felt as though it was a disciplined purpose.
No.
I am disciplined.
So you changed your answer?
No, I'm not changing my answer.
Okay.
But if this man comes into my house and he sees that I never ever put my hands on my kids and that I disciplined them in different ways, I highly doubt that he would feel very comfortably, despite what Kenny did, to put his hands on Kenny. But what if he did? Now, is what he's saying. But that is different. That is completely different. And the way I say it different is like if you go and you just like headbutt, like, come on, Kenny, you don't do that. No, I'm still going to ask what exactly happened. But if you are doing absolutely everything, not just for me, but also for this kid, you have absolutely every authority, because I believe you deserve it. I don't care whether you pay for me, whether you pay for him or whatever. If I don't feel as though you don't have the authority to raise my kid with me, you would not be in a position where you would be able to smack Kenny across the face. So I was truly.
So you agree with me?
I agree with you 1,000%. I agree with you 1,000%.
Oh,
I just feel as though if you're doing that, I don't think a man is going to come into your house. I don't believe this.
No,
a man is going to come into your house and sees that you discipline your kids in a different form, and he's going to feel truly comfortable with putting his hands on your kids. I don't think that's that.
What if he doesn't?
Generally happens.
I think that too. I'm sorry, Dana.
No, you're fine.
I think that these are all things that, if you're in a healthy relationship, have been discussed and prior to this situation even happening.
Correct.
What are boundaries of you as a woman, as a mother, and also what are his boundaries? So I think that this whole situation probably could be completely avoided with healthy communication.
I 100% agree. The L is this.
In that, right.
I 100% agree with what you're saying. That could definitely be avoided if with some communication, you guys go out and point out your boundaries and you figure things out on what's the best way to discipline the kid, the best way to nurture the kid, the best way to have a good family and, good relationship going on in the household. You ladies are missing the point. Like, let me just give you a male's perspective. If I'm dating you, right? No, not even dating you. say we go out on a date.
Mm-hmm.
I know that somebody hit it on the first date. Hypothetically.
Yeah.
Meaning that you went out with another guy and you had sex with another guy on the first date. If I don't hit it on the first date too, I think that this other man obviously is doing something better than I did. So what I'm saying is, men, we automatically would think this way. So the fact that the baby father, he doesn't have to worry about having a conversation with you when it comes to disciplining his kid, because it's his kid. He's going to go ahead and discipline his kid how he feels. No, listen, what I'm telling you is, it's not no.
All right, let me stop it right there. I actually kind of disagree with him a little bit, because I think in a lot of circumstances, right, depending on the situation between the baby mom and the baby father, he absolutely has to get her say so on how he disciplines that child, because a lot of women don't look at that child as our child until it's convenient. When it's not convenient, it's her child immediately. You know what I'm saying? It's our child when the bills come. It's her child when you're doing something she don't like. I heard the deep breath. What was that about? Did I say something wrong, guy Rex? What did I say?
Of course, Nino.
What did I say?
Oh, it's we only women say our child when it's convenient.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
I'll give you a prime example. The video we just watched with the baby mama standing there while they were sitting there having dinner. Didn't you hear her saying a lot of, "It's my daughter, it's my child, da 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 da. It's her child." I guarantee you, when the time comes for that child support to be paid, when the time comes when she wants him to watch that child because she got something else she want to do, then it's our child. Then it's your child. You're not trying to take care of your child. You're not trying to pay for your child. It becomes our child when it's convenient for a lot of women. Not all, you know what I'm saying? I'm not saying that fits in your box, you know what I'm saying? But I've seen that too many times in my real life, you know what I'm saying? Watching people, they will flip-flop between my child and our child, and it's our child when it's convenient. When she need him to do what she deems a father should be doing for that kid, it's now it's your child, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes to some decisions with the final say comes to that kid, then it's her child. You know what I'm saying? I see that happen a lot.
Yeah, but you're making it seem like, it's again, women, when women are doing that, it's, they're being vindictive or something like that. Yeah, but then not, I wouldn't say majority. It's just and I think for one, it could just be like, like language. Cause sometimes I do that, sometimes I do that too, like sometimes I forget to say, oh, my husband, I go hubby, and so, sometimes I go, kids instead of going my kids, like I think sometimes it's just, the language, another reason I would say it's like, like when someone goes, oh, it's my child. It's just they're, let me use, like the example that you used, right? Because you said that when it comes to paying child support, it's your, it's
Take
our
care of
child,
your
it's your child
responsibility.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Take care of your responsibilities. That's when it's the hour. You know what I'm saying? Because she never relinquished her role as that the kid's father. So when she finally says it's yours, she really means it's ours. You know what I'm saying? But when she says it's mine's, you know what I'm saying? That eliminates you. You know what I'm saying? As the father.
Yeah, but then when she says, it's your child too, or it's our child, that's because you, in a way, you're looking at, the man is looking at it like, it's treating it as if it's not, their child. So that's why you have to say, it's your child, it's our child, right?
Shouldn't it always be our child?
Yes, of course.
Okay, so then why is the term "my child" used so frequently by women? And usually when it's used is when they're trying to dictate something that's what's going on with that kid.
Well, a lot of times when women would go, oh, it's my child too, it's because women feel like they're not taking the women's, you're not taking her you're not taking her into consideration. You're just thinking about what you want. You're not thinking about what she wants also. So that's why she has to go, it's my child too. Like that's mine too.
You added a word. You added two. I never said two. I said it's my child. They don't say my child too. And when they say it's my child, it's typically when they're dictating what is to be done with this child. You get what I'm saying?
Well, yeah, I understand. I get that. But then that's for a person to say that, that's because they feel like the other person is not listening to them, is not taking, what they're saying into consideration.
I think that's, I'm gonna be honest, I think that's BS. They say that because they think it's their child. It came out. I've heard them explain it too many times. Irx would be anything different. It was in my womb. It drinks from my breast. You know what I'm saying? I carried him for 9 months. It's my child. You're just a sperm donor. I've heard that too many times for it to be anything other than possession over that child when they want to dictate what is to be done with that child. But when it's time for that man to pull up his end of the bargain or something like that, then it's our child. When she want to go out to the club and she want him to watch that kid, it's our child. You need to come watch your kid. You need to come watch our child. You see what I'm saying? I'm not saying what you're saying isn't true, but I think it's a side that I'm talking about that you're not willing to acknowledge for some reason.
Yeah, I mean, I get what you're saying, but like where I get confused is that, a lot of times, like you guys, you make those kind of arguments, right? That, women be saying this, women be saying that. It's like, yeah, of course, when we are trying to, a lot of times trying to have things go like our way, we're going to try to make arguments to get you to see where we're coming from. Like, no, it's not manipulation.
That's what it sounds like to me. Manipulate you to think, oh, this is mine, so you don't get to tell me what I do with mine. You know what I'm saying?
It's only manipulation when you know that you are in the wrong and you're trying to, have things go your way.
I think it's just overall manipulation because a lot of times, especially with women, they don't ever think they're wrong.
Oh my God.
Hold up. I got my guy, Tony Golden, who came through and helped me reach the goal with a gifted membership. Appreciate you, Tony, for the gifted membership. We reached our goal on members today.
Thank you for your donation. You are most honorable.
All right. So we reached our goal. I didn't get no cash app today, but that's okay. We got the membership goal. I can't complain. You know what I'm saying? But I think we only got a little bit left on this video. Zyrex is gonna argue me down before the end of the night. But let's see what they're talking about at the end.
Requirement. You're not even looking at, oh, well, honey, I'm going to go ahead and hit Kenny today because he was doing this. He don't have to have this conversation prior to it. He doesn't have to have this conversation afterwards because it's his kid. So therefore, if the real father disciplines his kid, you're not even going to look at it you may feel a little bit like, oh, depending on how you feel about, physical discipline, you may have a different opinion about that, but it isn't going to hit the same if the man that's not the biological father that's disciplining a kid. The reasons I'm saying all of this is to put it in your mind that the man that you're with in a relationship is protecting and providing for you. This is the man that you're sleeping with, submitting to, but he has to ask and communicate to discipline the kid. The real father didn't have to do that. Even if you wanted to communicate with the real father, shut up. This is my kid. I do what I want. Shut up. This is my kid. I do what I want. So I'm saying that if a man is dating a single mother, he's protecting and providing for that woman. He has all of this responsibility. Shut up, woman. I do what I want. All this responsibility, I get a degree of authority. And if you're not with it, that man should leave that single mother.
I see.
So if you like that clip and you want to watch more, click right here. But if you want to watch the full episode, click right here.
Well, nice little joint. But the other one get a little more exciting. But I think I'm gonna save that for Sunday. A little tired. Want to give a shout out to Butterfly 42 Red, who must have heard me complain about Cash App, so she sent me a $5 Cash App. Appreciate that. We got $5 out of the 25. Something's better than nothing. Let's play the video.
Thank you for your donation. You are most honorable.
Well, anything you got to say about the end of that video, Eric? As far as what he was saying?
No, yeah, I do have a few things that I wanted to say, but it's all right.
No, say it.
Like, okay, I don't understand why. I don't know. Maybe it seems like he's like if a guy like, how should I say this? I don't care if you are protecting and providing for for my kid. Doesn't give you a reason to to hit my kid. Also, because you because you provide, you feed my kid and stuff like that. That gives you right to smack my kid because he didn't listen to you. Like, no, that's a red flag right there. Shit.
So what does the protect and provide? What is that? What privileges does that grant him?
Like, I thought you wanted to be, I thought you wanted to be with me. You knew I came with baggage, and so what? Because you are, protecting and providing. That means that, like, I don't like my kid owes you something. But like, I don't know. I don't get that.
At least, right? Well, gratitude, appreciation. Well, get that.
Well, of course, but then the way how he's saying it's like he's holding that over, over your head. Like, oh, because I'm providing and protecting, how come I don't have the, I have to have the authority. It's like, Jesus Christ, control issues.
Yeah, I mean, usually a leader has to have some sort of control. You want me to be responsible for your child, but I can't, dictate or discipline them in any way. I don't know. What I mean, is he allowed to discipline the kid at all in your book, or should that just be the actual mother's job?
To me, I feel like a guy, like, well, of course, it's definitely the mom's job because that's that's her child, right? But to say that like the dad or the stepfather doesn't have any kind of authority, is wrong too. But then, again, I think for the most part, like any kind of discipliner or whatever, I think the mom should be taking care of it, not the dad.
I mean the stepdad.
I mean the stepdad, yeah. And so, like, and the thing is that majority of single mothers, they don't put the responsibility on the stepfather. They don't.
What are you basing that on?
Just, I mean, just by observing. Like, they don't. Single mothers don't usually just throw their kid onto to the stepfather. They don't. They're the ones that because they know that again, it's not their child, and so they, yeah, for the most part, they take they will discipline their own kid.
Mm-hmm.
The only time they'll have like they want the stepfather to to come in is when like they feel like they have no more they can't control the kid or whatever. They might need help from the stepfather or whatever. But for the most part, I think single mothers, they tend to handle their own kid.
I think you're right in the beginning, but as time goes on, it's definitely going to be some expectations put on that man. And I can prove that by, I know you heard plenty of women say when they even deal with a new guy, he has to be of a certain quality so that he's a good role model if he's going to bring this person in their child's life, which, you know, kind of proves that they kind of want this guy to take some type of role in this child's life. Now, I always get confused as to what kind of role do you want me to have. You want me to just take care of them, but don't discipline them, don't check them. I got to, you know, run that by you. And I get it. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes that situation complicated. And that's why I say it should be avoided. You know what I'm saying? Because relationships are complicated on their own. And there's a small chance they're going to work without the kid being involved. So when you add somebody else's kid in the mix, I mean, that shit is going to, most of the time, that shit don't work. Don't work. It's you don't know what you're supposed to do, what you can do. If you're not doing this, sometimes they want you to do certain shit and you think they don't, you know. Get extra complicated. And they definitely, once they get, you know, familiar with you and they trust you, they definitely gonna want you to fill in like you are the father. Like if you gotta go somewhere, she's definitely gonna want you to pick those kids up and watch them and shit like that. Like I done been through all that shit. So
I mean, of course you would want that. I mean, would you want that? I mean, why else would you? You know, you knew I came with with kids, so like, why wouldn't you want that too?
Why wouldn't I want what, to be picking your kids up and shit like that?
To be, you know, to be someone where the kids look up to you and stuff.
I don't know. I don't really want to be looked up to by somebody else's kid. I don't really want to, unless it's mine, you know what I'm saying? Because I get the benefit. I mean, there's more in it for me, you know what I'm saying? There's me building my genes and my legacy up, you know what I'm saying? Whereas I feel like if I'm doing it for somebody else, it's like, I've seen a lot of people do that shit and they don't get no type of credit for it, no type of appreciation for it. They get that, and you ain't my dad. You know what I'm saying? That's what they get, you know? So
of course you're gonna get, you know, kids, because kids, they don't know better, so yeah, they're gonna say, you're not my dad. But then as time goes on, you know, again, kids, you know, you gotta have patience, right? As time goes on, and you know, the kid, if you are you know, kind to the kid, if you are loving towards the kid, you don't think the kid will, you know, you don't think the kid will be able to see that and be like, oh shit, you know, he's not my biological father, but then, you know, but he loves me as, you know, he loves me like I'm his own, or like his own kid, like his blood. And you don't think he would pay back in kind?
Man, it depends on the kid. It really does. I think you give a lot of credit to people. I keep telling you, everybody ain't, you know, bells and whistles and sugar and roses and shit, whatever you want to, you know, whatever metaphor you want to use. But it's not always like that. Some kids, they don't want you around. They want their damn daddy. And it don't matter how good you treat them, how much you take care of them. They don't give a shit about that shit. You know what I'm saying? You can pay it. I've seen cases where man and paid the girl's way to college and all that shit, bought her a car, and then when it come time for her to get married, she want her father to walk her down the aisle, not you.
That's okay. That's one case that, you know, we've all seen online.
Cases like that.
Yeah, but that's not, you know, again, that's not the majority, you know.
I wouldn't know how to quantify if it was the majority or not.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you have a point there, but to, you know, in a way, it sounds like, you know, it sounds like you don't want to try to like overcome any kind of you know, obstacle. Like, so you're just gonna miss out on love, miss out on chance of, you know, miss out on maybe even, you know, a good woman and you know, good kid. Just
can I find a good woman without a kid?
No, well, of course, you know, I mean, we've already said that, right? That, you know, if you're single, you should date single. But but you're saying that, you know, say you can't find someone that's single, and so what? Then you're just not gonna date. You're just gonna be by yourself. Because, you know, if you get with the chick that has kids, oh, she's gonna come with all these problems and stuff. So what? You don't think you'll be able to handle all that? Like, sometimes the good outweighs the bad.
See, the
thing, it just depends on you.
The thing is, you're not talking to somebody who hasn't tried that already. Like, I'm a fan of the idea that if you keep trying the same thing expecting a different result, then you're crazy. You know, if I keep slamming my head against the wall expecting for one day my head not to hurt, I'm the dummy. You feel what I'm saying? If I keep spending money on lottery tickets hoping I get a hit the big one day, and I'm wasting all this money and time going to 7-Eleven buying lottery tickets and I don't win, I'm the dummy. So what I do is I mitigate risks. And there's a very real possibility that even if I try, if I give it a good try, I might still end up in the same situation you're talking about, but I'll have a whole bunch of emotional baggage to go along with it.
I mean, yeah, I get it. You know, I'm just saying, like in general, I don't think men should.
You know what sucks with dealing with a woman with kids, and you fall in love with a woman, you fall in love with the kids. When it don't work out, you get cut both ways. You don't just lose the woman, you lose the child. You lose that investment that you put in on that woman and that child. So it's like, why not try to make, if I'm going to gamble on something that's already at high odds of not working, why not make the best bet possible? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying, you know, and I'm not telling people not to ever do it. I mean, if that's what floats your boat, I'm not going to say it's not going to work for you. I'm just saying I've tried for a long time dealing with, like I said, 95% of the women I've dealt with have had kids. So now at this age of 44 that I'm at, I'm like, maybe I need to try a little harder with women without kids. Maybe I need to have that. Maybe I should try that. You know what I'm saying? Instead of just, oh, you know, I ain't tripping if she got a kid or two, you know, because I keep getting the same fucking result. So now I want to try something different. That's all.
Yeah, I hear you, you know.
I don't know. I just think for y'all females, y'all love the fairy tale, and for us guys, we can't go in la land like that, man. We know the consequences behind it.
Yeah, I mean, it's understandable. Yeah, like I get it. Dating a person with baggage, yeah, that is a lot of work, and it takes a lot of, again, patience, and like if it doesn't go well, yeah, you end up losing. The single person ends up losing out by a whole lot. Like I do get it, but I'm just saying, like, just don't like, you never know, you know. I don't think, because a lot of times in this space they're saying no, you know, no baby mamas, no, you know, no to single mothers, like they're bad, period. But I don't think, you know,
see the thing, I think that's how y'all interpret it. I don't think the message is really baby mamas are bad. I'm saying the situation that you're putting yourself in is not favorable for you. You know what I'm saying? It's not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
That is an accurate statement. Yes.
That's all I'm trying to put out there. I get it though. I get where you're coming from, because a lot of people are very hard on that. But I think men come off as hard like that because sometimes that's the only way other guys will understand that shit. You know what I'm saying?
And again, I get it. You know, it's fair. You know, fair enough. Yeah. Fair enough. Dark relief.
Oh, and I think I got 6 gifted memberships because Freezer sent me 3 of them. I ain't see the 3rd one. Appreciate you, Freezer, for that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, I've been here a good 3. I did probably 43 minutes longer than I wanted to. I was shooting for 3 hours, but it was cool. It's not your fault, you know. Broken Berlin came through with a lot of conversation, so it kind of extended it longer than I thought. And I'm not mad at it, you know what I'm saying? It's cool. But unfortunately, it's about that time that we head up out of here. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed Fatty ain't pull up, because I finally got his clip. You know what I'm saying? So he ain't pull up, but I'm gonna play it for y'all anyway, for y'all that stayed. I think it's nice, done by the Riz God herself, Princess Cammy. Let's check it out. It's only 13 seconds. Yep. So we got Fatty's intro video finally in the studio loaded up. He knows it. He's seen it. I talked to him earlier. So maybe tomorrow.
That's actually pretty good.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah, she did her thing. Wrestler is getting better and better. I'm far behind. I need to learn how to do that shit myself. So
I know.
Time figuring it out. You know.
I watch so many like videos and I still can't like grasp it. I just.
Hey, Cammy said book a session.
I know. I think I do.
One thing you can't. I think Cammy had no problem showing you how to do it. You know, I don't know if she's gonna charge you or not. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to talk like that for her, but I know she definitely would have a problem trying to show you the ropes. But anyway, so any last words?
Oh, as always, thanks for having me up here. And yeah, great show as always. And of course, thank you to Broken Berlin, for coming through.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So yeah, my last words. Appreciate everybody pulling up. Zyrax as always. Broken Berlin. You know, good seeing you again, brother. And Nightish pulled up for a second.
Oh yeah.
That guy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll be back tomorrow night. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what time, but probably after the super panel. Might just do a little after party type situation. We'll see. But until then, y'all be easy. Y'all be safe.
Mm-hmm. Have a good night.
Have a good night.
Tell me about pressure. Nowadays, pressure look like I'm thirsty. Pressure could look like I'm thirsty. You feel me? I wanna ride a Harley. I wanna ride you like the water in the wave. Give me your love, give me your heart, don't be afraid. For your love, I go crazy, renegade. I wanna ride a Harley. I wanna ride you like the water in the wave. Give me your love, give me your heart, don't be afraid. For your love, I go crazy, renegade. You keep on talking about apply pressure. You know pressure do bust pipes. I'm trying to fuck you every day and night. I'm trying to get it cause I know it's tight. Pop me a pill, then we take off flight. I'm a big nigga, heavy appetite. You do that little thing I really like. You love to fuck me when I got on my ice. Yes, I love you, I'ma make sacrifice. But you never ever would be my wife. You my life, but so we locked in for life. That nigga used to fuck you ugly and trite. He ain't nothing like me though. Pocket a semi, I'ma let it blow. Niggas stay fresh from head to toe. I hit the baddies on. I wanna ride a Harley. I wanna ride you like the water in the wave. Give me your love, give me your heart, don't be afraid. For your love, I go crazy, renegade. I wanna ride a Harley. I wanna ride you like the water in the wave. Give me your love, give me your heart, don't be afraid. For your love, I go crazy, renegade. I wanna ride a Harley. I wanna ride you like the water in the wave. Give me your love, give me your heart, don't be afraid. For your love, I go crazy, renegade. I wanna ride a Harley. I wanna ride you like the water in the wave. Give me your love, give me your heart, don't be afraid. For your love, I go crazy, renegade.
I'm smarter. I'm better.